Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey.
None are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick Mahomes.
And staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Rob in the house. Looking forward to an awesome show today, Rob. So much great stuff in that college series. This beautiful Bruce Smith, Virginia Tech Speed Flex coming on that series. We do have the bonus prize, Patrick Mahomes as well in that series tonight. We are absolutely loaded with so much heat in the break room. I mean, I'm looking at that college right now. There's 17 boxes left. We have 10 entries left for the Mahomes giveaway. We have 8 headliners, and we have 6 speed flexes. 2 Lions, Aiden Hutchinson and Calvin Johnson, ripped into the college teams. We got arguably the 2 MVP frontrunners early in the NFL season. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, 2 top 5 quarterbacks in the game. Bo Jackson, speed flex. Ray Lewis, got that sick LaDainian Tomlinson lid. We are absolutely loaded in the lottery. That is the automatic wheel spin for today. I got multiple flexes in the practice squad still. Minis are loaded. Justin Herbert's still out there. We still got some diamond speed flexes. John Elway, Mike Evans. I am pumped for a big show. How you doing this afternoon, Mr. Mike? Or Mr. Rob, excuse me.
And so you call me whatever you
Rob.
want. I got called Mr. Keith
Rob.
Hernandez. Yeah, it's the mustache that threw you off, right?
Right.
The mustache aficionados, me and Mike. I'm doing amazing, man. Got called Keith Hernandez earlier for my mustache and Mets jersey combo, so I was very
Met jersey. Yep.
very appreciative of that. But no, me and Mr. Dom Pellegrini got off to a phenomenal start with our 3 p.m. show, and we're looking to ride out the momentum into this. So got a lot of great speed flexes out there, and hope everybody's enjoying their Tuesday night with us. So let's get going.
Let's do it. Dice roll. What are you thinking? What number are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Man, I've been drawing the collar on this. I have not gotten a dice roll right so far.
Okay.
So,
I believe in you.
You know, I haven't seen a double figure number up there for a while, since at least in the shows I've been doing. So let's go with number 10.
10 for Messi the GOAT. He's playing tonight for Inter Miami.
There you go.
The Messi number. We got ourselves 12. Hey, you were close. It's a double-digit number as high as we can go. That's
an even
for
number.
Tom Brady, 12. Dice roll. He might be sitting here somewhere in the booth scouting us as breakers here tonight, perhaps, with that new controversy with Tom Brady. We do have one pre-fill, so we'll do a jersey break first. Then we'll do a tour of the break page. Let's get started with the pigskin jerseys. So jersey single number 20. Go ahead and drop me a box number, guys. We got Greg Sauer, Austin Breitner, Joshua C, Paul Chapman, and Dustin Fox Garcia. Who's got a box number for the jerseys? Hit me with that jersey box number, guys. And then, yeah, the fresh jerseys when you get a second, Rob.
Yep.
To upload that next jersey break. And then we'll get rolling. Number one thing producers forget when they first start, uploading the next break. So you're good.
All good.
You got it, brother. Appreciate it, my man. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds on that jersey box number. Otherwise, we're going to the wheel. Once the wheel is up, all box numbers are closed. Once that wheel goes up, ladies and gents. Let's go 15 from Paul. I'm guessing that's Paul Chapman. 15, my man. We can do 15, the Mahomes number.
What's going on, Paul?
What's going on, brother? So we'll go 12 times for our spots. Good luck here for the jerseys. Greg down to Dustin. Good luck, ladies and gents. Let's have some fun tonight on a terrific Tuesday. All right, I got you in there for a little bit. You literally started posing right as I was pulling up the randomizer, but I got you in there for a second. Is that a Darryl Strawberry jersey?
It is.
Yeah, we get Darryl Strawberry sometimes in the break room.
Show it off to the fans.
Yeah, respect. Look at that. Nice looking jersey for Rob. Blue Polo Tuesday for me. Getting ready for an awesome, awesome night here in the UA Live break room. So 12 clicks, a lot of boxes tonight. It just makes sense.
Yes, sir.
8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, Paul Chapman up top. Paul has the NFC North. We got Austin Breitner in the NFC South. Austin has the NFC East. Joshua Koch in the AFC North and NFC West. I'm going to call him Joshua Cook. I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll go with Cook until he tells me otherwise. Dustin Fox Garcia in the AFC South. AFC East is Greg. And Austin, you've got yourself the AFC West here. Good luck, guys, in the pigskin jerseys. 15 out of 30. We'll get started with a Browns jersey. Got Greg Pruitt coming out here on the Cleveland Browns. Very, very nice hit right there. It is Joshua Cook. It's actually Joshua Cowick. Cowick, if I'm reading that pronunciation properly.
Cowick, okay.
Cowick, yes. Congrats on the Greg Pruitt, the retro running back for the Browns. 5-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, going out to Joshua Cowick here in the break room. What's up, Joshua?
Way to go, Mr. Cowick. Not only is he going home with a Pruitt jersey, but he was also a 2-time winner earlier on. He had a Harold Carmichael mini, and then also was a headliner for the Ricky Williams Speed Flex that we had. So yeah.
So you're telling me that Joshua's heating up right now in the break room?
Oh yeah, no,
he is heating up.
Yeah.
Congrats on the Greg Pruitt jersey, Joshua.
He's on a roll.
Very, very nice, my man. What's up, boys? He says, not much, just pulling you dubs, brother. That's what's up right now. We're just pulling dubs for you, seemingly left and right, my man. You are doing it big. Doing it big in the UA Live break room today.
Josh, since you're the hot hand, my man, I mean, where do you want to go next?
I would head to the college if I were him.
Yep.
Joshua, remind me your favorite team, though. NFL team, college team. You can even give me baseball team, basketball. What are your squads, brother? I think he let us know last night, but I am forgetting right now what that is. He's a Houday guy, Bengals fan. That's right. So Bengals right now in the break room. There's a Chad Johnson speed flex in the practice squad. One of my favorite Bengals of all time. The best touchdown celebrator of all time, Chad Johnson. Otherwise, I mean, we get a lot of Jamar Chase. Not currently in the break room, but Jamar Chase is in almost every series we run. So we get some Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, Chad Johnson. We get Ickey Woods, guys back in the day. Get quite a bit of Bengals guys. We even get a Bengals offensive lineman, unlike the actual football team. We get Anthony Munoz, arguably the best offensive lineman of all time.
Yep.
I respect the Bengals. The offensive line, let's be real, not much good could be said about that side of the ball for the Houday Bengals.
Sadly, giving a lot of Andrew Luck vibes for Joe Burrow, unfortunately.
I've seen those numbers, and they don't look great for Mr. Burrow.
It's like it's turning into a game of operation for Joe Burrow.
I know.
Which part of his body is going to get dissected next?
Don't like to hear that.
Not at all. But I mean, hopefully the Bengals will get and specifically Mr. Cowick, a Christmas gift in Joe Burrow. So if Jake Browning can keep them afloat, luckily they decided to do something that Cincinnati hasn't done the last couple of years in the Zach Taylor era, and that's start off 2-0. So that at least gives them a little bit of cushion.
And they play the Bears in a few weeks,
so
which that also helps.
People are actually calling that the Bears bye week.
Yes.
Yeah, from now on with the way that they've looked.
It's always a bye week. Let's get started with the top to bottom rundown on Tour of the Break page. We'll get started with that break that actually has a Bengal just for Josh here. Mr. Hude, we got the Chad Johnson Speed Flex, the salute to service with the Ocho Cinco inscription. Former Pro Bowl wide receiver, one of the best in the NFL, over 10,000 yards in his career, Chad Johnson. Sam Laporta Speed Flex, one of the best tight ends in football, Sam Laporta on that line alternate Speed Flex with the silver ink. We have Emmitt Smith rookie slab card, NFL's all-time leading rusher. Don't get a lot of slabs in the break room, so definitely a good chance to take advantage. We got the Warren Moon Houston Oiler retro authentic with the Hall of Fame 06 inscription, the first black quarterback inducted in the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame, paving the way for guys like Michael Vick, a secondary headliner, and of course my boy Joe Theismann, 7 headliners left in the final 19 boxes in that practice squad, including those 2 Speed Flexes. We have the Game Day series where we have bonus gift cards available if you get yourself, I believe there's 7 entries left in the Game Day for bonus gift cards. We also have some good headliners. And you know what? Jamar Chase did get pulled in this series, but it's an example of me saying, Josh, we got Jamar Chase all the dang time. We do have a double up of wide receivers, Terry McLaurin and CeeDee Lamb in that NFC East double up. 2 of the better receivers in the game. CeeDee Lamb, for me, a top 3 wideout, a must-have for any Cowboy fan or football fan, period. Jordan Love is off the board. We do have 2 Speed Flexes. The NFL's leading rusher. A lot of credit being given to Daniel Jones so far, and rightfully so. Daniel Jones has been very, very good. Don't get me wrong. He's been terrific this year for the Colts, but the biggest reason why they're 2-0, the NFL's leading rusher on this beautiful custom Speed Flex, Jonathan Taylor, and he's not new to leading the league in rushing. He's led the league in rushing, a couple years back. He's led college football up there for rush yards as well. One of the best backs in the league, Jonathan Taylor. A healthy Jonathan Taylor is easily a top 5 running back in the league, if not top 2 or 3.
He's a problem.
We also have, I saw something on NFL Live today. People were wondering why the Steelers defense is off to a rough start. They were breaking down the film, and they were showing that every team is running the ball opposite of TJ Watt's spot. So wherever TJ Watt lines up, they run the ball to the opposite side, which is a very, very smart strategy because you'll learn this about me. A couple years ago when Myles Garrett won the DPOY and TJ Watt had better numbers across the board, I was so furious. TJ Watt, to me, is the best defensive player in the league. Awesome two-tone Speed Flex. Has a single-season sack record as well. Future first ballot Hall of Famer. Awesome Steeler lid right there for TJ Watt. We got Nico Collins, secondary headliner. Big game last night for Nico Collins. Unfortunately, could not play defense for the Texans at the last drive of the game, right? Jackson Smith and Jigba, JSN, terrific receiver, number 1 for the Seahawks. And then, of course, Tyreek Hill, not even a photo headliner. The Cheetah is terrific. One of the best wideouts in the game, still available in that Game Day series. 9 headliners in 21 boxes, and I believe 7 entries left with bonus gift cards with those fantasy points. Jersey, speaking of TJ Watt, here he is on that Steeler jersey, the terrific pass rusher, that beautiful black and yellow Steeler jersey. We have the Earl Campbell, Oiler Hall of Famer, couple of secondary headliners, Joe Theismann, Thurman Thomas. That is 4 headliners in 10 boxes in the jerseys. Here's the series that I want to divert the attention to. This is the automatic wheel spin tonight. This closes up at 9 p.m. Central Time for the Chase wheel spin. You should be able to order with PayPal, Venmo, credit cards, Eric. If you're having any issues, please do let us know, brother. If your card is not going through, we should be accepting all sorts of payment, including PayPal, including Venmo, including just about any major credit card should be going through. If you're having issues, try another card. Or if it's not working, please let us know. If anyone's having any issues at all ordering, let us know ASAP, because we can contact Shopify, get that issue fixed if it's on their end, or it could be potentially on your end. But we pretty much accept any mode of payment here at UA. A lot of awesome stuff available in the college lottery series, though. Like I was saying, 17 boxes left. We got 10 entries left for the Mahomes Speed Flex, 8 headliners left, including 6 Speed Flexes. We got the Josh Allen Speed Flex, probably the early MVP frontrunner. It's either him or Justin Herbert.
Yep.
I think the 2 best quarterbacks so far for the 2025 season. We got a Bo Jackson Heisman Trophy Speed Flex, one of the best athletes ever. Ray Lewis, NFL's all-time tackle leader, on that ripped Miami and Ravens Speed Flex with the purple visor. LaDainian Tomlinson, his Chargers looking good. He's got to be happy, LT. The TCU Horned Frog, one of my favorite college lids in the game. We got Megatron, Calvin Johnson on that Georgia Tech and Lions Rip Speed Flex, Aiden Hutchinson, Lions Nation, show up and show out. The terrific young defensive star on this Lions and Michigan Rip Speed Flex. Michigan kid through and through, high school ball, college ball, pro ball, all at Michigan. Awesome helmet right there. Here's that Georgia Tech, the Georgia Tech Calvin Johnson, Mr. Megatron, an awesome lid. Here's the Ray Lewis, Miami and Ravens Slate Speed Flex, very clean. We did pull the Camara. Here's the Herbert, though, with the Oregon Duck Wings coming out. And, of course, the Patrick Mahomes in front of me. The bonus prize at the end of the series, the Texas Tech and Chiefs Speed Flex. Here, let me put something in our internal system. A couple people are having issues purchasing. So let us know if you're having issues. And I'll put that in our internal program so everybody knows in our system. I do see some orders coming through, though, right now.
I was just going to say, Kamen, I don't know if you, I know you're going through quite a lengthy rundown, my brother, but did you happen to go through the Red Zone series for the practice squad?
Is it sold out?
It is. I was going to say, let Mr. Brian Ulmer know what he's getting himself into.
He bought the whole thing?
He bought the whole thing.
Can you tell me if it says if you used a credit card by chance, if you go below for the purchase history, does it say if you use a credit card?
Yes, he did.
So it looks like Brian did use a credit card. So I don't know if it's, a random coincidence with a couple people not working. So I'm going to fly through the rest of these real quick.
Yeah,
and then we'll do that as well. So we got ourselves the vault. Brian's got all the spots, though, you said?
He did.
So Brian dropped me 2 box numbers in the practice squad double, brother. And I'm going to copy and paste the box numbers available for Brian while I finish this run through here. So vault break, we're still looking for a lot of good stuff in here, including the Kurt Warner and Julio Jones Speed Flexes. We got ourselves the Travis Hunter and Derrick Henry Authentics. Very nice. It's working now. It would not let me use PayPal or Venmo, but it seems to be working just fine now. Okay. So it looks like we are working. And they say it's working now. So here's that vault. Then we got ourselves the game day as well. Game day helmets left. Went over these earlier. CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, Jonathan Taylor, TJ Watt Speed Flexes. And then we got ourselves the diamond helmets, looking for the Ghost Chrome, John Elway Speed Flex. And we got the Mike Evans Creamsicle Style Speed Flex. Not to mention Julio Jones and CeeDee Lamb photoed headliners in the Hail Mary Diamonds. Mini helmets still loaded. That includes Justin Herbert, Luke Kuechly, Anquan Bolden, Marshall Faulk, Rob Gronkowski, Warren Moon, and Sam Laporta, and Jameson Williams on the dual sign. Then lastly, the practice squad went over earlier. Warren Moon, Emmitt Smith, Sam Laporta, Chad Johnson still out there. Brian, meanwhile, also with boxes 4 and 11 here, Rob.
4 and 11?
4 and 11. I'm going to get that set up.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Bri.
Just put all of Brian in there for you.
Yeah, it's nice and easy. I don't have to randomize anything. It makes it nice and easy. Brian, what are you chasing, brother? And best of luck. When someone buys all the spots, we can officially cheer for them to get what they want because they're guaranteed to win, and they've earned it. Ronnie saying college single, anyone? Absolutely. Let's get that college single going. A lot of great stuff in there in the college. Definitely recommend getting into the college break. Such a terrific series, to say the least.
You want 4 first?
4 first, that works. All right, Bri, good luck, brother. Let's have some fun here in the UA live break room.
Let's do it, Bri.
We'll go with 4 out of 30 here. Good luck. I'm not going to randomize. It's a waste of time, Paul. Hey, if you buy a break spot next time and you personally request that I randomize, I will do it. But it is usually not that needed, I'll say, right? What's it called? Efficiently breaking? I got some good news for Brian Omer. So you buy all the spots in a break. You want to get a headliner, right? Well, he's got a headliner. Not only a headliner, Rob, it's a speed flex.
Woo.
Sam Laporta.
There we go.
Top 5 tight end in football a couple years ago. Led all tight ends in receiving touchdowns. Beautiful Lions alternate speed flex with that clean silver ink. Brian Omer, the king of the north. The king of the north. You've got yourself Sam I Am Laporta. I was actually just telling you off air, how the Lions, I thought, were going to be super angry after that, Packer game week 1.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely laid it on the Bears. No doubt about that.
Yeah, no, took Sam Laporta taking it upon himself, had a very nice week like everybody else on the Lions offense. And, Brian taking a trip to the Laporta potty. So very, very nice. And nice sweet spot signature. I always like silver signatures as well, Kamen. So one of the best tight ends in the league. He certainly, you could argue, was one of the better tight ends in all of football his rookie season. Had a little bit of a down year last year, but this year he's still one of the most electrifying players in the league, a part of one of the best offenses. And, he's going to be a double-digit touchdown guy year in and year out. He's going to flirt with that. He's a big red zone target for Jared Goff, and I know that Brian is going to think that this is one of the bigger and better helmets in his collection. So
100%. So congrats, Brian. I got good news for you, brother. If you're a Lions fan, lid matches the polo, exactly. We got 2 helmets that are actually way better than the Sam Laporta because they're custom, they're ripped. The Aiden Hutchinson Speed Flex with the Michigan rip, and of course, the second best line of all time, Calvin Johnson, on that Georgia Tech Speed Flex. Super duper clean. Congrats to Brian Omer on his Sam Laporta Speed Flex. Attaboy, Bri. Very nice. Can you do me 2 favors? Just a pointer?
Absolutely.
Can you call this 6 and hop out of it?
Yep.
Thank you, brother.
I actually updated that for the winners for 6, but not up here.
That's all right. You got it, brother.
I got you. There you go.
Nice job, Brian.
You're good to go. Look who it is, Mr. Regular himself. I'm going to start calling him Ronnie the Regular.
Ronnie and Sulaco?
Yep, he's entering himself into the college series.
Well, good. He put his money where his mouth is. Good job, Ronnie. Ronnie is a longtime customer here. Congratulations on jumping in that college, brother. Good luck to you and everyone else. That is the Chase Wheel Spin. Couple spots taken.
Yep.
We will rock and roll. Oh, I'm a Cowboys fan, but trying to get all 32 teams full sizes, eventually speed flexes, and Lions were on the list. Well, Brian, who are you missing? Who are you missing right now when it comes to your 32 NFL team collection? We have our second box coming up, by the way. And one of the most underrated wide receivers of all time. Over 12,000 career receiving yards. In my opinion, should be a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
The Jaguar star with the beautiful auto, Jimmy Smith.
Oh, that's nice.
And that is PSA certified. I am literally dropping the cert right here, but Brian dropping it hot in the break room with the Jimmy Smith jersey. Very, very nice. Brian Omer, Jimmy Smith.
I know that you and I know that you and I, Kamen, we grew up in very similar eras of football that we'd watch growing up, and man, early to mid 90s and mid 2000s, Jimmy Smith, one of I dare I say the most underrated wide receiver of his time, because outside of eventually Maurice Jones-Drew, there weren't a lot of standout skill position players for the Jags. You had Mark Brunell for a few years.
Throwing a Jimmy Smith.
Fred Taylor, but throwing a Jimmy Smith. But I mean, Jimmy Smith was an absolute stud, Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, he was. I think he was early in his career, had some injuries, went over from Dallas to Jacksonville, and got the job done there, 100%.
Yeah, 5 straight Pro Bowl seasons. Actually led the league in receptions in 1999. A very good year. 1999, the year that I started to grace this earth.
Good.
Some might say so.
Good.
Yeah, but very, very great career. Almost 13,000 receiving yards, and I'm a sucker for Duval Teal. So.
Beautiful. Like Den said, beautiful jersey. Love that style. 99, the first year I moved to the USA, by the way. I was born in Bulgaria, so moved to USA in January 99.
There we go.
Little 8.5-year-old Kamen. So he's missing all the AFC East, says Brian. His favorite non-Cowboy wide receiver going up was Jimmy Smith, which, again, technically he was also a Cowboy receiver by technicalities. He's got 20 of the 32 teams so far. So which ones do you most want of the 12 you're missing, Brian? Or if you want to just drop in all 12 that you're missing, because we have a lot of options of a lot of the NFL teams here in the break room. Congrats, though, on Jimmy Smith. Congrats on Sam Laporta. Nicely done, brother. Brian Omer. Good start. Good start.
Yeah.
The thing about the Lions, they always have a way of, this guy specifically, Sam Laporta, he ruined my Thanksgiving last year. Got 2 touchdowns against the Bears. Literally ruined my Thanksgiving. So I ended up shoving some extra sorrow food in my belly, Rob. And I was skinny before Sam Laporta came around. That's the running joke here. So nice hit right there. Brian Omer on the double ups, Sam Laporta, and of course the Jimmy Smith jersey.
Slamming on Turdunkins last year was Sam Laporta. So
of course he was.
I would love to see him score some double or 2 touchdown games. He's my fantasy starting tight end. So
okay.
I'd like to see that more going forward. But can you believe, Kamen, that we're actually just about 2 months out from Thanksgiving already?
I cannot. Time flies. Right? Honestly, genuinely cannot. I think like 2025 has been a blur. No doubt about that. Rob, real quick.
Yeah.
Can you upload that next one?
Yep.
Let these boys and gals attack that practice squad. I need an old school Bucks helmet. It's probably the one I'm after the most. The Evans is sick, would rather have the classic look. Okay, I got you, Bri. Well, are you talking about the creamsicle for the Bucks? Because the standard creamsicle, that is one we definitely will get quite a bit in the break room. Definitely will get that quite a bit to say. Oh yeah, Rob's doing great. 100%. Rob is doing a great job in fast order like a pro. Very, very cool. He's definitely a good one.
Appreciate it, Ronnie.
No doubt about that. Rob is doing a terrific job here in the break room.
I will never turn down words of affirmation, something that my girlfriend's desperately missing from me. So.
Yes, that's my love language, by the way, words of affirmation. So I definitely also will never turn that down. Love just a little positivity out there in the world. Nothing to beat that, Rob.
Do you mind checking for me, brother? Oh no, we're good to go. Because we're all good to go. In the I updated.
Yeah,
it kept showing up as 0, but now it's good.
It takes a second sometimes.
We're good to go.
Thanks for the hits. Happy campers, says Brian Omer. Yeah, good. Love to hear it, Bri. I mean, what else are you missing besides the Bucks? We got a lot of good teams. I mean, chances are we have a speed flex of the team you're missing, perhaps. Definitely some great stuff still available in the break room. Guys, let me know what you want to break tonight. I'll put this in the chat. We got 21 of you guys watching. What would you guys like to break tonight? Let me know, ladies and gents. There's an abundance of terrific options here, Rob, on that Ultimate Autographs live break page. I know Ronnie's looking for the college single. You saw me do the rundown earlier. I mean, I'll kind of high point some of my favorite lids. Then while I do that, I'll give you time to think about some of your favorite lids. Sam Laporta, you can erase. The Speed Flex. So I'm going straight to the college. I think for me right now, I love the Lion lids aesthetically. The Aiden Hutchinson with the Michigan Rip Speed Flex, one of the best young defensive players in the game. That's one I absolutely love. Also love the Megatron, Calvin Johnson on that Georgia Tech and Lion Speed Flex. Those perhaps are the aesthetic winners. But I got to be honest with you. I love a quarterback. I love a great quarterback. And, the modern NFL is all about the dual threat quarterbacks. And 2 of the best guys in the league right now, Josh Allen and Justin Herbert. They're both already very expensive autographs. And they're both on football teams that have never won a Super Bowl. Now, imagine if the Chargers or the Bills win a Super Bowl, how much the autograph value is going to skyrocket on a Josh Allen and a Justin Herbert. Those 2 teams 2-0. The Chargers have already beaten the Chiefs. The Bills have already beaten the Ravens. Those are two of the MVP front runners. You know, these custom speed flexes, like, for example, a ripped Oregon and Charger speed flex, probably worth around $1,500. I think both of those guys in a couple years, as the autograph industry continues to rise, we'll be looking at over $2,000 in autograph value for an Allen Herbert speed flex. Just a matter of time. So the Road King wants the Chad Johnson Salute the Service speed flex that is still out there in the practice squad, and mini helmets left. The minis are actually loaded. If you're interested in the minis right now, almost every headliner is left. In fact, I think we only pulled Lawrence Taylor, Joe Green, and I believe Brian Dawkins. We have Justin Herbert here on a mini helmet. Obviously, the Speed Flex is worth more money, but $52 for a Justin Herbert item, I would definitely say that would be 100% worth it. Jay Herbs here in the break room. We do have the Luke Kuechly. That's a very, very clean lid right there for Luke Kuechly. The Panther with that blue ink, one of the best linebackers of all time. We have actually a really cool double up because we almost never get Anquan Bolden in the break room.
My guy.
I always say take advantage of those rare autographs. And actually, the few times we have had Anquan Bolden, it's actually been on Raven items. It's only the second Anquan Bolden Cardinal item I've seen in my 4+ years. You can actually double up with the retro Marshall Faulk mini. $52, get Bolden and Faulk. We still got Rob Gronkowski on that slate. We're still looking for Warren Moon, that beautiful Oiler. Nothing like a mooning. And then speaking of the Lions, we pulled Sam Laporta. How about Jameson Williams with that long touchdown catch against the Bears? Terrific young superstar for the Detroit Lions. Those minis definitely loaded. And that break actually is moving. 6 to go. We got it down to 4 to go. 5 to go even now. This will be gone very quickly.
I was going to say, Mr. Todd Chorus was buying into the minis. It's funny how you talk about somebody's asking, well, what's left, what's available, and then instantly somebody gets their credit or debit card out and it's like, you know what? I got to get in and play this. Now, funny enough that you brought up the minis and we're talking about it, Kamen. We had a couple mini polls earlier during the 3 p.m. show with me and Mr. Dom Pellegrini.
Sure.
I know we were talking about the Bears earlier, but your guy, the Mizzou Tiger, and Luther Burton got pulled earlier in the and more minis. So, which was very nice. But now we're talking about, I hate to insert my own bias here, but my guy in Anquan Bolden there.
Sure.
As beautiful as that thing is, Dom, actually, a football fact, I knew that he didn't.
What's
actually,
that?
The cousin of Joe Milton. The backup quarterback for the Seahawks, obviously.
Okay.
A very prominent college career for him. And also leads the Cardinals all time for rookie wide receivers in yards.
Does not surprise me one bit.
Yeah, almost 1,400 yards. And then that almost got eclipsed by Larry Fitzgerald, who got drafted the next season.
They've actually quietly had some very good receivers. Anquan Bolden, one of my favorites. And he was really out there with the Cardinals when they weren't very good, but he still put up numbers anyway. Awesome mini helmet. We got Derek in the house saying, good evening, Kamen and Rob. Got some great stuff for Derek.
What's up, Derek?
Obviously got the Megatron and the Hutch in the college lottery, but a little bit less money. $52, Derek. Get in on these mini helmets. We can definitely knock these out here in the break room tonight. The Challenge Flag minis. I'll throw the Challenge Flag and challenge you guys to get those break spots. Showed off the awesome college series, Rob. I do got to give the Diamonds a little bit of love because we are sleeping a little bit right now. 2 of my favorite lids in the break room. This Ghost Chrome John Elway, the orange visor, orange face mask. All right, this is very, very clean. The orange ink. Absolutely love the John Elway. This is one of the best looking helmets, one of the best players ever, the greatest Bronco ever, John Elway. This is a lid that if I'm watching the show right now, I would definitely want this in my collection. The one and only John Elway. So maybe not even the best lid. I'll ask you the question, what helmet's better? The John Elway or is this Mike Evans better? Because I know John Elway's a chrome, but this is a sort of like a Halloween pumpkin patch creamsicle orange lid.
Okay.
Mike Evans.
We're entering the fall season, get a little fall flavor. You know, I like that much better than my comparison. I'm getting tired of my own analogies. I keep comparing it to Stratego or Robin Hood because it's, of course, old school Buccaneer.
I see the Robin Hood.
You get the little pin through the top of the cap there. And, you know, if you want consistency, if you want somebody that's going to be there for you every down, every Sunday, All reliable, Mike Evans.
That's him.
Oh, so I like that a little bit better than the Elway. I mean, personally, you couldn't go wrong with either one, but the Mike Evans one is very, very nice. I just love the color scheme. I know that I believe you were on when the Tom Brady one a few days ago. That was of the same design. Is that correct?
Very cool.
Yeah, very
cream
cool.
pufflet is nice. I'm seeing the minis sold out apparently. So minis are coming up. You guys are attacking those mini helmets. Very, very nice, ladies and gents. Knocking out these awesome, awesome autograph breaks here in the UA Live break room. So minis are sold out. Mini double box coming up. Double the boxes, double the fun here in the break room. The 5th mini double already ready.
Yeah, Mr. Gabriel Segura buying out the last 4 spots. So Gabe giving himself some very good chances, and as Effie always liked to say in the Hunger Games, the odds seem to be forever in his favor.
Oh man,
so.
you're a big analogy guy. I love it.
I am.
That Laporta lid is smooth, says Derek. Yes, it is. I got a question for the chat. Are there any Charger fans out there? Charger fans, let me know, because we have Justin Herbert on a custom Speed Flex in the college. Chargers and Oregon Duck Rip Speed Flex. And we got Justin Herbert on the Slate Mini helmet in this mini series. Jay Herb's in the house. So, Eric looking for 1 in 30. Thank you, sir. We'll get 1 in 30 off the ticker, the bookends in our mini helmets. Show me the minis, baby. Show me the minis here in the UA Live break room.
1K. Names are in there for you, my man.
Thank you, sir.
Clearing this out for you.
You're good. I will stretch my legs. I'm right next door to the minis here. 1 in 30.
Anytime you can get your steps in, you got to take advantage of it.
Grandma always says you gotta sit on the chair too much, so gotta respect Grandma. 1 in 30, I got him.
1 in 30. Big range of outcomes in those numbers for better 797, dropping those numbers in the chat, and also wide range of outcomes for the minis. Kamen's gone through it already quite a bit, but a lot of headliners available in those minis. 10 photoed headliners out of 22 available chances. Anytime you can get yourself close to a 1-to-2 ratio to pull yourself a headliner, you're doing yourself a really good service.
And it's 10, which is the Justin Herbert number.
Yep.
We are looking for number 10 in the series in the No Huddle minis.
Let's do it.
We don't get Justin Herbert often in the minis. Actually, we don't get Anquan Bolden often. We don't get Rob Gronkowski often. So we don't get that specific Ram mini often for Marshall Faulk. So I would take a care advantage of those minis because we got some unique offerings in that series that we don't typically see. The Chiefs will win a good amount of games this year, Ronnie and Sulaco. No doubt about that, Mr. Ronnie. I'm not going to honor the whole comment because you'll learn, Rob. Ronnie likes to get a rise out of me, but he's not very good at it anymore.
Yeah.
Not very good at it anymore. He used to be good at it, but I've matured. I know all his tricks, Ronnie and Sulaco. 12 times coming up, 12 times for our spots in the minis. By the way, the Chiefs are 0-2 because of Justin Herbert. Played one of the best games. You saw how much that Eagles offense, one of the best in the league, they struggled mightily against the Chiefs. Justin Herbert did not struggle mightily. He was one of the best games I've ever seen a quarterback play against the Chiefs week 1. He was incredible.
It was amazing to finally see a Chargers game where they didn't charger themselves at the end of it.
No, they were clutch at the end.
Yeah, I mean, from start to finish, yeah.
Well, I think Harbaugh is such a great coach, and Harbaugh and Herbert together, it's a dangerous combo. We'll start with box 1 in the minis, and we'll do box 30 next. Good luck, guys. We got Gabriel Segura in the NFC North, NFC South, NFC East, Eric Zaffron in the NFC West, David Headliner Harrison in the AFC North, Eric Linnell in the AFC South. We got Gabriel Segura, AFC East, and AFC West is Todd Corris. I will echo Ronnie's comment, though, about the Diamond Single or College. So let's do it. We got box 1 out of 30 in the minis. We got a former All-Pro lineman. It's Bob Golick on the Cleveland Brown mini. This time, not a headliner, but David Harrison does what he does best in the break room, taking home dubs, David Harrison. Congrats on your Bob Golick mini. Very, very nice, Mr. David Harrison here in the break room. Get that one written up for him. Bob Golick, related to Mike Golick, I believe brothers. So very nice Cleveland Brown mini on Bob Golick. So 1 down, 1 to go. There's a 10 in 22 chance at a headliner in this series. 8 in 22 at a photo entering this break. And those ratios just got better because that is not a headliner in the break room. Not a headliner. 30 of 30 in our second box. Oh, man, a beautiful helmet right here. This is going to be a Charger hit. It's not Herbert, but it's the Charlie Joyner Rave.
Okay.
The Pro Football Hall of Famer for the Chargers right there. Very, very nice on your Charlie Joyner right there. Charlie Joyner mini helmet for Todd Chorus. Very nice. Part of that Era Coryell offense with, of course, Coach Coryell. My boy, Kellen Winslow Sr., Dan Fouts, one of the best offenses ever. Couple quick producer points, Rob. Leave it marked blue and leave the names in there. That way, if we go back, they know who won. People will ask us who won in that break. I can show them off. It's blue, so on and so forth. But great job, Todd. He says sweet. Diamonds right now. A lot of good stuff left in the diamonds. That includes C.D. Lamb, Mike Evans, Speedflex, the Julio Jones, Marshall Faulk, and the John Elway Speedflex. All those items, guys, very much available in the diamonds. We're cruising right now, Rob. Cruising.
Just continuing the heat from earlier on, and we're on a burner right now, man. So just going a little bit more in about the diamonds. The diamonds, I feel like, are being criminally ignored. Two of those two of the best speed flexes that we have available.
Kidding.
The Mike Evans and the John Elway. You have 2 Super Bowl winners. Elway with a 2-1 advantage so far over Evans in that regard. Evans, a future Hall of Famer. Elway, a current Hall of Famer, one of the greatest, not only quarterbacks of all time, but has been a very, very good general manager. 3-time Super Bowl winner if you include his time putting together that 2015 Peyton Manning Broncos roster. So
100%.
Yeah, hard to believe that those are still sitting in there. And for the Diamonds overall, Kamen, got yourself a 7 in 17 chance of getting one of those photoed headliners. And if you want, I don't know about you, but if you're a fan of Twins out there, a couple headliners out there. Rondé and Tiki. How often do you see that in the break room?
Not often.
Not often. That's a genuine question because I don't know.
Yeah, real quick. Rob will take care of that for us. Get those Twins, guys, ladies and gents. Real quick, just a producer point, Rob. Before you touch the winner sheet, upload the break.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it. I don't mean to cut you off. Just want to help you out while I'm thinking. Because they want the breaks fast when it gets super busy.
100%.
Winner sheet is the last thing you do. Okay. Least important thing during the show. Most important thing, uploading the break for our guys here. So keep those orders rolling, guys. Brand new minis are active. We got all the stuff available here. Justin Herbert's still out there. We got the Luke Kuechly, Anquan Bolden, Marshall Faulk, Rob Gronkowski, Warren Moon, Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams. And Rob, you're not joking, brother. Those diamonds, there is some really, really good stuff in here. Now, these are all authentic, too. You're not going to get a scrub here. Every single diamond's an authentic or better, speed flexes. I mean, low-key, I know we're caught up in the Elway and the Evans flexes, but I love the 2 standards. Julio Jones for the Falcons, an awesome lid. Marshall Faulk on that retro era-specific Rams authentic. There's a lot of really good stuff in this series. Not to mention C.D. Lamb. I would say the best wide receiver for the Cowboys, a top-tier receiver in the league behind Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. C.D. Lamb, an awesome, awesome lid. Now that Micah Parsons is gone, I think he's the best Cowboy in that roster. Best, probably most dominant, for a skill position. The best player is actually Brandon Aubrey, for being honest. But in terms of value, autograph value, and just skill position player, C.D. Lamb as good as it gets. Mini headliners, Steven. This is, another good training point, Rob. This is why we always keep showing these off because customers in and out. Almost no headliners are gone, Steven. We've only pulled Lawrence Taylor, Joe Green, and Brian Dawkins. Everything else in the mini helmet's still available. We're down to just 20 minis left, and we got ourselves 10 headliners left. Definitely Steven Remick. The minis have your name written all over them, brother. Get those mini helmets. No doubt about that.
Just going back on the diamond point, they're talking about ABCD Lamb. Not only am I trying to teach you guys on trying to get into these breaks, but I can also teach you your alphabet too. So multi-teacher here in the break room tonight. No, but Dom and I were talking about this earlier, comment on the 3 p.m. show, but we were talking about interesting first take headliners. I don't know if you saw, I know you're a big ESPN guy, but I don't know if you saw this morning, they were actually asking after their 40-37 electrifying win over the New York Football Giants in week 2, but they said, are the Dallas Cowboys a Super Bowl caliber offense? So Dom was pro Cowboys in that take, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that. Actually.
Yeah, so Dom and I are two of the biggest Cowboy fans on staff. I will tell you personally, the Dallas Cowboys offense is definitely Super Bowl worthy because we call ourselves the Dak Defenders, top 10 quarterback with the top 3 or 4 wide receiver. The problem is their defense isn't nowhere near Super Bowl quality. So the Cowboys without Micah Parsons will have some issues on defense, which, by the way, for fantasy people or just, fans of offense or fans of autograph memorabilia, the more numbers CeeDee Lamb puts up, the more fantasy points he gets, the more autograph value the helmet gets. We got CeeDee Lamb in the Game Day series and CeeDee Lamb in the Diamonds. I know, again, we get so caught up in speed flexes, the custom helmets. It's what everybody wants. But you get a Cowboy helmet, a superstar like that, that's definitely worth a lot of money. No doubt about that. Eric, you did miss the mini break. You did not win, unfortunately, but good news. If you're not going to win, you definitely want to not see a headliner go. There was 0 headliners pulled in the mini break. So that is some good silver lining for you there, Mr. Eric Michael, for sure. Cowboys defense has been bad basically since pre-Romo. Always have like one good guy and a bunch of bums. Well, it's not the Deion Sanders, Charles Haley defense in the 90s, or you want to go back in the day, Bob Lilly and co. So no doubt about that, Brian. But hey, Brian, you're a Cowboy guy. We have the sort of camel authentic CeeDee Lamb. We do have CeeDee Lamb in the Game Day series as well. The traditional Cowboy standard with that star. Now that star means something for collectors, Rob. That star means something. Even if you're not a Cowboy fan, you will have no problem trading a CeeDee Lamb. No doubt about that. One of the most coveted names, one of the best names when it comes to wide receivers in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb.
I mean, just to add on to that point, Kamen, whether you love them or you hate them, they're still America's team. As long as Jerry Jones is there, as long as he is relevant, they are America's team. So that alone just holds value.
Well, and, it's funny you say that because, growing up and, thinking of all the stuff I hear about the Cowboys, I doubted that, but I started working here and I see in our chat, typically if there's a new customer, we have the old saying, if you don't know what team they like, guess the Cowboys. Because there's 32 NFL teams and about 15 to 20% of our fan base is Cowboy fans. So they're definitely America's team. We have Emmitt Smith in the slap cards, in the practice squad break on the slap card as well. So if you like the Cowboys, we definitely got you guys covered here in the UA Live break room.
Yeah, Brian was saying that he's okay because he has so many Cowboys helmets as is, which
never have too many.
Which again, one, you can never have too many, and two, shows how much of a fan he really is. So I love to see that, Brian. But what are you interested in, my man? What if you're looking to expand your horizons on your mantle? What else are you looking to get yourself into?
He's missing 12 teams. He's missing 12 teams.
Okay.
So I don't know what 12. I know he's missing the Bucks, and I'm not sure what others. And actually, I'll tell you what, Brian. There actually is a Bucks helmet in the Diamonds. Now, I don't know if it's the pewter, the old school one, but I know there's a Rondé Barber. Rondé Barber's secondary headliner in the Diamonds. So I can give you with 100% certainty there is an authentic helmet in the Diamonds for the Bucks. One of the best corners ever, Pro Football Hall of Famer, Rondé Barber. So that is
the Bob.
Definitely an option for you, Bri, in those Diamonds. Got a question for the chat, guys. We've kind of gotten to know a lot of people's NFL teams. What are your college football teams? What are your college football teams, right? Because we got a lot of great college lids in here. Ray Lewis representing Miami, Josh Allen for Wyoming, Bo Jackson on the Heisman Trophy Speed Flex. Don't see that often in the break room. A Heisman Trophy Speed Flex helmet. Justin Herbert on that Charger Rip Speed Flex. I'll get your take on this, Rob. I'll get your take on this. Because, we talk about this tier 1 quarterback the Mahomes, the Burrow, Lamar, and Josh Allen. And we're always looking for who's the 5th best quarterback in the league. And I said it last year, and then the playoff game didn't go great. But if you look at what he's done early in his career, number 1 in the NFL in passing yards for the first 5 years of career. You look at all the numbers, all the stats, all the just watching the games unfold, passing, running the ball. I think Justin Herbert is the 5th best quarterback in the league right now. If I was taking anyone outside of Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and Jackson, he's the first guy I would take.
You must have really been tuned into me and Dom's show earlier, weren't you? We were having this exact conversation, and like you and Dom with the Cowboys, you guys are in lockstep when it comes to that. He also said Justin Herbert. Dom. Obviously, I can't disagree. Arm talent-wise, pocket presence, just overall talent. If you're going on raw talent, you have to go with Justin Herbert. But I'm going to go with the guy that all he does is win. If you take out a Week 16 concussion, I'm going to go with the Alabama great in Jalen Hurts. If you take out a Week 16 concussion last year against Washington, he's won 16 consecutive games. And that has to mean something. So overall, it just depends on what you prefer, right? You could say that against your Chiefs, for example, you talked about how great their defense was against Jalen Hurts. All he did was throw for 110 yards. It was a game script type of game. It was a very winning ugly type of atmosphere, but Hurts in both Super Bowls that he's played in, I know you're familiar with them last year. I'm not going to rub salt in your wounds.
I forgot that one. I'm going to remember the one from the previous year when Nick Bolton got the forced fumble. But Mizzou guy and Chiefs guy.
The one thing he had in common in both of those, wow, that's the first time I've done that. Won't be the last.
Nice. I've never heard that joke.
He's thrown for I'm sure you haven't. He's thrown for 400 yards in both Super Bowls that he's been in. So, again, and he's the Super Bowl champion. So until I could see Herbert with the brightest of lights really play like how he has to start this year, then you can convince me into that number 5 spot.
Look, there's no wrong answer because I think Jaden Daniels is great. A healthy Matthew Stafford's in the discussion. Obviously, I think that Jalen Hurts is an incredible player, one of the best quarterbacks in the game. I think Herbert has less around him, and he's putting up even better numbers. He's my number 5 quarterback in the league. Running, passing, decision-making. Guy is absolutely special. Awesome speed flex right there for sure. We do have a KSU in the college, Brian. There's a Kansas State available in here. If you see the sections listed, I have not seen a Kansas State helmet come out yet. So K-State is listed. Other headliners include Justin Herbert. We have the guy that probably right now, if I have to pick the best quarterback in the moment, given that we have the Burrow injury, given that Mahomes has just been a little bit off his game, I think injury's a big part of that. But maybe the best quarterback, talk about best quarterback in the league period right now, and Josh Allen for me on that awesome Wyoming speed flex for JA17. So Allen flex, Herbert flex. We got the Megatron speed flex. We got the Aiden Hutchinson speed flex, the Damian Tomlinson authentic, Bo Jackson speed flex, and the Ray Lewis speed flex. And of course, the Patrick Mahomes is the bonus prize. Basically, there's 17 boxes left. There's 8 headliners. There's 6 speed flexes. If you don't get a headliner, it's a replica helmet, and you get an entry for the Patrick Mahomes speed flex given away at the end of the series. By the way, Brian's a KSU guy, so we get a lot of Darren Sproles,
Go Cougars.
Kansas State college lids, Jordy Nelson as well. He's a fan of Martin Gramatica, Josh Freeman, Tyler Lockett. All the O-line wouldn't make headliners. Yeah, so Jordy Nelson and Darren Sproles, Brian, those names could very well be in the college series. Have you pulled a Kansas State lid yet in the series? I have not seen one personally.
I have not either, Common. So
I'm guessing there is a K-State lid out there somewhere in this series. Had to be my best guess, my man.
Yes.
Andrew, get in that college break, brother. And by the way, when it comes to college, I'm going to be honest with you, Rob. We don't get college lids in the break room all that often. They're much less common than NFL helmets. Whenever you have a chance to get a college helmet, I always say take advantage while you still can, because you don't know when the next college series will be.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I like about the college, there's honestly
there's
a lot of things
to like.
There's a lot of things. There's a ton of different areas that you can go. Like, for example, the one that's on screen right now that's looking so pretty next to you, the Patrick Mahomes. We're looking for that bad boy to go. But even if you don't end up winning one of the headliner speed flexes that are available in the college lottery series, guess what? I guess you'll have to settle with getting an authentic potentially, and then you could enter yourself into a possibility of getting that Patrick Mahomes right there.
The reps are with the Mahomes, but still, still really good though. So it's an authentic or a speed flex, or it's a rep. So if you get an authentic or speed flex, you're happy. If it's a rep, you have a 1 in 15 chance to win Mahomes.
Now, the thing I like about the college, though, overall, it's very different from how, like, you guys typically will see us going through all of the NFL divisions. There's really a hodgepodge of all the different types of colleges. They're not done by conferences. They're scattered across the board. Like, for example, earlier today, we had a Justin Jefferson that was pulled, and that was under the LSU category. So it was Oregon and Kansas State as well in that grouping. So, again, it's all across the board. Which is really, really cool to see, which is what I like about it. So.
Well, that's what's great about Brian. Gets the Oregon spot, get the Herbert, gets the Kansas State spot, in a double box break, get the K-State lid, and the Oregon Duck Herbert as well. Bill Snyder, by the way, I actually used to cover Mizzou sports, both professionally and in college. And when I was in college, Bill Snyder played Mizzou all those years, Brian. Actually, I also covered Arkansas Razorback football. I actually physically covered the bowl game. I believe it was in 2015, 2016, Liberty Bowl. So got a chance to catch up with Bill Snyder then as well. Such an awesome, awesome personality and such a great football mind, Bill Snyder. There's some Wildcats in here in this college, which, by the way, speaking of double ups, you can get 2 things with 1 spot potentially in this series with the divisions. Like, for example, Auburn could pair with Vach Tech. Purdue with Florida State, Bama's with TCU. So there's a lot of options, guys, in this awesome, awesome series here. The college, such a fun series. Definitely one of my personal favorites. I'm a massive college football guy. I know this break room is very NFL heavy, but I'm definitely, Dom and I both. You talk about us being in lockstep.
Yep.
We love college football. College football is very, very special. And by the way, it's not just college helmets. These are NFL ripped helmets. The design of the Aiden Hutchinson, it's Michigan and the Lions Speed Flex. For example, the Calvin Johnson is Georgia Tech and Lions both. So there's a lot of different stuff going on when it comes to these color schemes. The Ray Lewis is Ravens and Miami with that beautiful purple visor. And then the Justin Herbert is Chargers and also Oregon Ducks. So if you're a fan of college or the pros, there's a lot of different designs in the college series. KSU, by the way, rough start, Brian. They're supposed to be good. Very talented quarterback. I do think KSU is going to turn it around, but obviously, in the modern landscape of even with the college football playoff, you lose a couple games, you're kind of out of luck for the playoffs. So, got to win every game in college. It is massively important, Mr. Brian. Yeah. So what do you guys think in the chat? I'll put this in the chat. What would you guys like to break? Let me type that out properly. What would you guys like to break? Is Joe T or Tebow still in the personals? So yeah, I'll go over the college personals. So actually I have some really, really good news when it comes to personals. We are loaded with personals right now. So for example, we have our authentic football helmet mystery boxes. These, by the way, are not being opened on the air. These will be just sent to you retail. But these are all available. Josh Allen Speed Flex, Jerry Rice Speed Flex, Edgerrin James, Barry Sanders, Megatron. These are all authentics. You pay $644.99. We will ship that to you at your house. When it comes to the college replica personals, we have only done 2 of these, and the only headliner gone is Tyreek Hill. So the personal section still has Dwight Freeney, still has Vince Young, which, by the way, speaking of college, that's one of the best college helmets to get, Vince Young. And that, believe it or not, in the lottery series, could be the end more section, Rob. Vince Young, that 05 Rose Bowl is still maybe the best college football game, maybe the best sports game I've seen. USC in Texas, Vince Young versus Reggie Bush. That was such a special, special game, to say the least. We do have the Drake London, Warren Moon, AJ Green, Colston Loveland, LaShawn McCoy. Love that Pitt Panther lid. Tim Brown, Mike Vick on Virginia Tech. Johnny Manziel, speaking of a college football headliner.
Money.
The first a freshman to win the Heisman Trophy, a guy ahead of his time, the great Johnny Manziel on that beautiful, beautiful A&M lid. Joe Theismann, my guy, on that Notre Dame helmet with the clover. Thurman Thomas still available, Hines Ward, and Jamal Charles. Tons of headliners, guys, in this college replica series. So, yeah, I know, Lion fan, and I'll definitely work with our team to ship these, but I did get word from our series making guy that these helmets are not boxed up. There's no boxes created, so even though there is an option to do that, these will not be open live on the air, coming directly from our series making guy, and we'll probably have to have them uncheck that box for you guys so there's no confusion. So we do have the NFL personals, by the way, one left, Thurman Thomas. The mini helmets up as personals as well. And then we do have the headliner package, one mini, one rep, one jersey, one authentic. There is 2 ways to guarantee a win, Rob. 2 ways in the break room. You either purchase one of these mystery boxes.
Yep.
You don't know which one you're going to get, but it's a guaranteed win. Or you look at the break page, you see there's 8 spots to go, and you buy all 8 spots. You get yourself a guaranteed win. In the count of a double box break, you actually get yourself 2 guaranteed wins, Rob. What's better than 1? 2. Mm-hmm. How do you like them apples, guys? Yes, we can open the college live on the air, Andrew. 100%. The only one we can't open live on the air is the Authentic Football Helmet Series. The college rep personals, you buy one right now, we'll open it live on the air so you can see exactly what you are winning, brother. And they're all available except for Tyreek Hill. When's the best time to get into a series? At the very beginning, Rob, when all the headliners are out there.
No time is better than the present, is what I like to say.
So then, just to clarify for this series, this is a 50-box series in the Authentic Helmet series. It says it right there, 50 boxes. You will see all the names there. You do not pick one. They're going to pick it at random. So this actually, is this all 50 names? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This actually might be all the names in there. But these are not open live on the air, so I would email customer service with questions. As far as I've been told, though, that customer team, our production staff, will pick one at random and give you one of those boxes at random. These definitely are not open live on the air. Hopefully that avoids all confusion. But the college ones, more than happy to open these live today. I would love to see these college helmets. I will say this, though, Andrew. Now, this is a guaranteed win, and I get this. This is a lot less money. It's a replica helmet. It's $339, so I can respect why you would want to go for the, cheaper option. I will say this, though. If you like college, the ones in the lottery series, these are speed flexes in here. So the replica helmets in here, these are way better. The authentic speed flexes, Rob. Ray Lewis, Josh Allen, Bo Jackson, Justin Herbert, Calvin Johnson, Aiden Hutchinson. The speed flex is the most valuable type of helmet. So a lot better stuff when it comes to speed flexes. Why it's a break room exclusive, by the way. But you can still buy all 8 spots, get yourself a guaranteed win.
Yeah, I mean, and then obviously possibly entering yourself an opportunity to get that Patrick Mahomes as well, that I know that we would love to see one of you guys end up winning. But the College Lottery Series is definitely your best bang for your buck opportunity. For the single box break to get involved in that is also $139 a piece, which, if you go back and look at the College Lottery Series, just with some of the photo headliners, if you were lucky enough to land one of those photo headliners, that we have available that Kamen has gone through. You could possibly 10, maybe 15, or if you find it in the right opportunity, 20 times extra money depending on who you find available. Now, the thing that I will say, Kamen, especially if you're going through, let's say, for example, you end up being lucky enough to land that Josh Allen Speed Flex from Wyoming. Not every single state in the continental United States has an NFL team at their disposal, so you go by geographically around the area, of course. If you happen to be a Wyoming viewer, welcome in. Or if you're just a fan of the University of Wyoming, that's not something that a lot of people would necessarily have, to have an autographed Speed Flex Josh Allen from Wyoming. So because of the rarity of the helmet itself, the value would just be that much more. So I don't know too many Wyoming Cowboys fans out there.
Well, so just all due respect to the great Jay Novacek, former Cowboy wide receiver, or Cowboy tight end, excuse me,
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion ×3. Shout out to Jay Novacek if you're listening. Josh Allen is by far the best Wyoming helmet you can get, by far the best player in Wyoming history, by far the most well-known. Also has one of the most unique stories, Josh Allen. I mean, JA-17 out of high school had zero Division I offers out of high school. Had to go to JUCO. After JUCO, there was only 2 schools looking at him, Wyoming and Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan found out that Wyoming was interested, and they pulled the offer.
Yep.
That was his only option, Josh Allen. University of Wyoming, the only option, and good for both parties because the guy was incredible there, even better in the pros. That's a helmet you want to get. And, I often say this in the break room. You want to get the best player of a certain franchise, the best player of a certain team, but there's certain names that they're such big names player-wise. There's such autographed helmets that are worth so much money. You get a name like Josh Allen, get a name like Justin Herbert. It doesn't matter who you're a fan of. Everybody's going to want a Josh Allen. Everyone's going to want a Justin Herbert. I say the number one thing to do as a collector, I call it the quarterback collection. So if you're a true collector, I would want to get the top 10 quarterbacks ever and the top 10 quarterbacks today. And Josh Allen, we have a little segment we do on Wednesdays, Rob. We call it Hot Take Wednesday.
Okay.
My hot take a few weeks back was that when he retires, Josh Allen will be a top 10 quarterback of all time, which is only going to make his value even bigger.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's that good. He's, that great of a passer. He's got the interceptions down right now. His, rushing ability is great. That's one you want to get for the PC JA-17. We have had actually multiple NDSU in the college series, Brian. I'll be honest with you, brother. That was back in the era where there was some thought that the quarterback Trey Lance would be good. We've had Carson Wentz a few years back on NDSU. Maybe Carson Wentz has a revival with the Vikings, coming in for the injured McCarthy. Then we bring back some NDSU in the college series, perhaps.
Jackrabbits, or is that SDSU?
No, that's SDSU, the Jackrabbits.
Do I have to be on air on Wednesdays to be available for this hot take?
Give me a hot take. You can have a hot take. I respect all hot takes.
I was going to say, I just had one formulated in my head, but I'm going to keep it in the realm of the quarterbacks. I know it's a recent Speedflex poll, I believe, that we have, but he's also a dual signature that we have available. You probably know where I'm going with this. I think that Baker Mayfield will be a Super Bowl winning quarterback by the end of his career.
Okay.
I think that he will have one Super Bowl by the end of his career just because of what he's been able to do in his last couple of seasons. I think that, the stars are going to align for him. They certainly have the last couple of years. He's a self-made man. He's been he's reclamated his career. He's actually turned into one of the more elite quarterbacks in the sport. So, maybe an injury here or there in a conference, and all it takes is one masterful game. If he can just punch his ticket to the Super Bowl coming out of, maybe it's the NFC with the Bucs this year, who knows? All it takes is one chance, and I think Baker can do that.
I mean, Baker is definitely very talented. I think he's a top 10 quarterback. We did pull that lid last night, but Baker Mayfield, I'm with you. The guy's terrific. Guy we get a lot in the break room. I mean, we pulled him in the game day, but Baker will be back very soon. Most likely, I would say he'd be a photo headliner, but given it could be a rep helmet, I would not entirely rule out seeing Baker Mayfield in the college lottery series. I would not entirely rule that option out for sure, guys. So to be honest with you, Easton Stick, Cam Miller, Trey Lance, Brian Omer in this break room, we only get the biggest of biggest names. So if you're not one of those biggest names, you probably will not feature in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. You got to be a tier 1 quarterback. I mean, you see what we got in the break room. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert in the college, John Elway in the Diamonds, Baker Mayfield in the game day. You got to be the best of the best. Kurt Warner in the Diamonds, too, by the way. Speaking of sort of smaller school stories, Kurt Warner did not get a chance to start in college till his last year at Northern Iowa, right? He was, awesome movie. A guy that was out there bagging groceries at Hy-Vee. Got his chance with the Rams, and the rest is history.
Yep.
We do have that Kurt Warner Speed Flex for sure. I figured you were messing about NDSU, Brian, but I'll be honest, our break room customers, there's a lot of people that take their personal requests very seriously. They'll ask for a certain helmet, and I always say, we always want to help you guys out. With that in mind, though, we always think about the break room as a whole, right? Like, what does everyone like? You know, what's a helmet that appeals to everybody, right? Because this one, for example, Rob, a $3,000 SpeedFlex Patrick Mahomes, a bonus prize in that college lottery series. This is one that, even if you don't like Patrick Mahomes, you don't like him, you don't care for him, it's worth a ton of money.
Yeah,
worth a ton of money.
And I don't know about you, but I've never heard anybody say no to making a ton of money. So him and Tom Brady, I know in this break room specifically, are the creme de la creme of having lids. So anytime you have an opportunity to get yourself your hands on a Patrick Mahomes lid, you got to take advantage of it. You just have to.
100%. So guys, let me know what you guys want to see right now in the break room. Appreciate the chatter. Let's turn that chatter into orders. Speaking of which, Rob, I want to give a shout out to the guys that are in the breaks tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be Gabriel Segura, Eric Zaffron, Todd Corris, Ronnie and Sulaco, Eric Linnell, Brian Omer, Dustin Fox Garcia, Paul Chapman, all these guys here for the 6 p.m. show. Appreciate you guys jumping in the breaks. You guys are awesome. You are making this an awesome, awesome show here in the break room tonight. The best customers in the business. So let me know what you guys want to go after. The college is loaded. The diamonds are loaded. We got some good stuff in the practice squad too, by the way. Let's not forget this break. Still got that Chad Johnson Salute to Service Speed Flex, where you can get a Speed Flex for as little as $51, Rob. I would say Chad Johnson, to me, the best touchdown celebrator of all time. Nobody does it better. He's consistent too. A lot of guys have that sort of like, you know, Joe Horn, the cell phone, the one-time wonder. Chad Johnson's got the jacket. He's resuscitating footballs. He's running around.
That. Yeah.
He's doing everything, Chad Johnson. I like this series, too, because we have the classic Warren Moon Oilers authentic. Terrific lid on the first black quarterback inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Obviously, I think an Emmitt Smith slab card, a rookie card, is one I would have my eyes on as well. The greatest Dallas Cowboy of all time. You know, I love my stats, Rob. And one of my favorite stats, the only Cowboy ever to get the MVP, Emmitt Smith. Let that sink in.
Hard to believe.
Hard to believe the only Cowboy ever with an MVP. That's still out there in the practice squad, guys. That is such a great break. And when I think of Dallas Cowboys football, I think of Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith. And Michael Irvin never got, you know, an MVP. Troy Aikman never got an MVP. Troy Aikman was a good quarterback, very good quarterback. But the Dallas Cowboy offense, why they were winning Super Bowls, was the offensive line and Emmitt Smith. That's why they won games. So anytime you got Emmitt Smith, definitely let's do it. We have a comment in the chat. Anyone want to break a diamond? So who is Road King, by the way? Who are you, Road King? Let us know. Holler at us, because Ronnie and Sulaco said he wanted a diamond single. You want to do a diamond break. If both of you get one spot each in the diamond single, that puts us at 6 spots to go, and that break will happen here very, very soon. So, yeah, I believe that. Jim Harbaugh, Bo Jackson, obviously Brian didn't play long for football. Jim Harbaugh played forever, so I believe that's that. I love stats, no doubt about that. Here's a stat that I love a lot. One of my favorite stats, Rob.
Give it to me.
$106, or $103, excuse me.
Okay.
Diamond single, $103. You get a Ghost Chrome John Elway. A lid like this is worth roughly $1,500. You get a Mike Evans Custom Speed Flex, roughly worth about $1,500, give or take. Could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more. You get yourself about $1,500 profit with one spot if you win. Mm-hmm. In fact, you buy all 8 spots and you win one of those 2 helmets, you still double up. Now, some of the worst helmets in the series here, the Dan Moore section, which by the way are massive names, those are going to be worth around $400, $500, roughly, give or take, for the worst names. So if you win with 1 spot, you win with 2 spots, you win with 3 spots in the diamonds out of 8, you're going to profit. That's your profit margin, all authentics, because the authentics are usually worth around $300 before you tack on the autograph. Some of the autographs, some of the custom helmets, the speed flexes could be worth over $1,000, could be worth over $1,500, heck, could be worth over $2,000, some of these helmets. So a lot of headliners left in the diamond, 17 boxes left, 7 headliners left. C.D. Lamb, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, Marshall Faulk, John Elway, and then Tiki and Rondé Barber, secondary headliners left in those diamonds, my man. So definitely recommend this series. All authentics, but difference between the diamonds and the jerseys and minis, though, you're gonna know what you get even if it's not a headliner.
Yeah.
I always say everything is headliner worthy. I mean, recently we had Tyreek Hill in the and more section of the diamonds. Tyreek Hill was not even a secondary headliner. We've had T. Higgins as a secondary headliner. Roger Staubach, one of the best quarterbacks ever, has been a and more section in here. So, Road King, this is a little break room, news and notes. You and Ronnie and Salako both want to get in the diamond break. Yep. We got 2 guys in the chat talking about it. If one of you guys makes the first move, the other guy will follow. But we can't get this done until the first move is made. So you buy a spot in there, you will get that break filled up. So I know, Rob, knowing you, I imagine you're probably, well, let me know if you're like me. Because whenever there's a wedding or whenever there's a, big outing, I'm always the first one on the dance floor. Always the first one on the dance floor. And once I get on the dance floor and embarrass myself, everyone else follows. So if you're the first person in that break, everyone else will follow. Get yourself some awesome autographed helmets. Mahomes, Sam Laporta, this beautiful Virginia Tech, Bruce Smith Speedflex. Are you the first guy on the dance floor, or where do you go on that? Or the second guy or the last guy?
Well, at weddings, the first place I go to is the open bar. And then
Okay.
after I go to the open bar, then it motivates me more to get out on the dance floor. But
touche. That's for a lot of people.
So one of my biggest things that I like to do is it's funny, we actually talked about words of affirmation being your love language. Mine is embarrassment. I love to respectfully embarrass the living heck out of my girlfriend, and I do it in a way where it's like to kind of just, open things up and just make things easier. So if I have to get out and do the worm, which is my go-to move out on the dance floor, so it's not the prettiest, but it's my most effective move in my arsenal. I mean, I kind of view that as the same way as kind of getting into these breaks, Kamen, because if you're the first one that goes out on the dance floor, I'm sure that's where you're going with it. Everybody else is going to want to follow suit. So you want to be a leader and not a follower.
Yeah. If you get the first spot, the break will happen. It's as simple as that. You make the first move, others will follow. And there's always people watching. Right now we got about 20 people watching, Rob, to be honest. Usually in a given time, about 10 of them are actively watching to open up boxes. So if you make the first move, the other 9 people will follow. Actually, only need 8 to fill up a break. So
yeah,
they're thinking the same thing. The break is 8 to go. I'm not going to get in. It's not going to happen. And then all of a sudden it does happen. There we go. Austin got in his first ever break. Austin jumping in the diamond single.
Hey.
Man of his word. Attaboy, Austin. Appreciate you, brother.
Welcome in.
Welcome, Mr. Austin. Bought in that diamond single, Ronnie. Maybe got some company in that diamond break, putting us at 7 to go. Did Austin give us his team? What's your squad, Austin? Favorite football team, brother? What is your favorite football team? Could be basketball, could be baseball. Favorite squads for Mr. Austin. Do holler at us, Austin, and let us know your sports passions. A Packer fan, all right. Ironic, because I'm a Bears fan, but we welcome everybody.
We got a lot of those.
We did pull the Jordan Love in the game day, but a lot of Jordan Love recently. I will give you another name. Now, I'm not going to guarantee this by any name, I'm not guaranteeing anything, Rob. But this diamond and more section, I'll say this. I'll give you a list of Packers that often frequent this portion of the break page. Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver, and believe it or not, this might be a shocker. Oftentimes, one of the best running backs in the league, Josh Jacobs. Could easily be the and more section.
I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, Kamen.
So there's definitely Packers in here. and definitely appreciate you being so thoughtful. As a Bears fan, my life is difficult. And actually, so I grew up in Chicago, but I lived in Missouri for 6 years. So I'm a Bears and a Chiefs fan. I used to say, at least I got the Chiefs, and now both teams are 0-2. So my life as a football fan, at least I got the Mizzou Tigers. They're 3-0, baby.
Ranked too, right?
Top 25,
Top
in
25.
both polls.
Yep.
Mizzou Tigers. So a lot easier being a Mizzou fan right now than being a Bears fan or a Chief fan. Now, the Chiefs will be fine. I think they'll be just fine. Tough schedule early. They'll get it figured out. The Bears, though, I'm not so sure they'll get it figured out.
I don't think they're ever going to figure it out, Colin.
No.
But imagine your football team not being 2-0 right now. One of 7 undefeated teams left in the NFL. So,
Is that your football team?
my football team,
Who
yeah.
do they play again? Remind me the first couple weeks.
You know, all I see is 2 in the win column, 0 in the loss column, and then we'll just figure out the rest later.
Okay.
So you're telling me that your team would be able to handle the Spencer Rattler and the Bryce Young?
The Bears might be 2-0 with that schedule. Maybe.
Might be.
Maybe 1-1.
Instead of giving up 50 on Sunday, they probably would have given maybe 35 to Bryce Young, who I will say, by the way, now granted, he was in a pass-heavy script. It was 20-3 at halftime. Threw for over 300 yards and actually looked very good in the second half.
He's not bad.
He really isn't. I mean, he's got the same problem as a lot of short king quarterbacks do. Sometimes they need a stepping stool to see over their line.
Or they just need a line, period. And a defense. And a lot of guys, period.
And a lot. But Teteroa McMillan had his breakout game. Flirted with the 100 yards. He's going to be a stud. First round rookie wide receiver out of Arizona. He looked very, very good. Big time option for Bryce Young to throw to. So
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I forgot to recommend Austin. He's my buddy.
Yeah,
so I say this, guys. Tell all your friends about the break room. What's the best way to not lose too much of your money? You tell your friends about the break room. You let them know. You each buy a spot. And we do have a referral program. And I don't have the updated stats from today, Rob, but I did hear some discerning and shocking news yesterday from the boss man.
Oh.
Shocking news, but also potentially good news for people watching out there. So we currently have a referral program out there right now on the Ultimate Autographs live break page. If you refer your friend, they get $50 off their first order of $100 plus, and then you get $50. Basically, you give 50, they get 50, and they spend 50 of their own. Now, here's the catch. For the month of September, anyone that refers their friend gets entered in for a drawing for a Speed Flex signed by the 1985 Chicago Bears, 10 autographs.
Wow.
There's no Walter Payton, so, relax. It's okay. There's no Walter, but there's Jim McMahon on that helmet. I know the Frigid thing is on that helmet. I know we have it probably, I can see Dan Hampton's on there. Guessing Mike Singletary as well. So it's a random drawing for the 1985 Bear 10 autograph Speed Flex. So far, there's been no entries for the Speed Flex. No referrals this month, which means that if you make the first referral at the current moment, you have a 100% chance at the Bears Speed Flex.
I don't know how you don't take advantage of that opportunity. I mean, 1 of 1, that is the best possible odds that you can give yourself. So
get $50, get a Speed Flex worth well over $1,000.
I mean, you're just basically printing money at that point. So
right?
It's the closest thing to legally printing money that you can do here, especially here in the break room. So, for you, Mr. Cowlick, and Austin as well, welcome in. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. And, I got a pretty good feeling that one of the two of you guys are going to shine bright like a diamond tonight. So, down to 6 spots in that single box break in the Diamond Series.
Who just got in? Who got in just now?
Oh, no, we still got Austin and Joshua in there.
So they both got in. But see,
yes,
the first guy made the move to put us from 8 to 6, and now we're off and running, Rob.
Yeah.
So this was 8 to go. One person bought in. 2 minutes later, a second person bought in. We're at 6 to go. We get this down to 5 to go. Shut it down. It's going to go fast.
Yep.
So a lot of great stuff in here. 2 of the best looking lids in the room. John Elway, one of my favorite moments. And real quick, Austin, cover your ears right now.
Uh-oh.
Austin, cover those ears. I don't want making a bad first impression. I don't want you getting mad at me. So please, please cover those ears, Austin. One of my favorite moments as a football fan, the John Elway helicopter touchdown against the Green Bay Packers. That is one of the most iconic moments in the history of football. He's got the drive. He's got the helicopter. This dude is a part of football royalty. Come and get that beautiful, beautiful John Elway. If that's the international shipping fee, don't worry about it. Is that what it is, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Looks
good.
like what it is.
I'm sorry. I told you to cover your ears. I'm sorry. I told you. I warned him, Rob. I told him, cover those ears, brother. Don't you dare. Here's the Mike Evans Speed Flex. Beautiful, beautiful creamsicle. Old, reliable. Only player ever to start his first 11 seasons with 10,000 receiving yards in each, or 1,000 receiving yards in each of them.
10,000 would be pretty nuts.
Mike Evans is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Only guy ever to do that. Jerry Rice did 10 years in a row, but it was not his first 10 years. He had 900 something his rookie year, Jerry Rice. So I'm sorry, Austin. Hey, man, we don't have a lot we can say as Bears fans. We got to take advantage when we can. So 11 years, 11 1,000-yard seasons for Mike Evans. He could retire tomorrow. He'd be a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Easily.
No doubt about that. He actually might end up finishing second all-time in receiving yards behind Jerry Rice. Now, Jefferson and Chase might pass him down the road, but he definitely has that opportunity to finish top 2 all-time in those categories.
Yeah, and a guy that also, I mean, he's played with some of the best quarterbacks in the league. Baker Mayfield now, obviously Tom Brady. Winning a Super Bowl with them back in, what was that, during, you should know this. What year was that he won? Was that 2021?
I wiped that Super Bowl out of my memory as a Chief fan.
I hate to bring
well, Austin and I agree on that because the Bucs beat the Packers. So we also forgot that year. So I forgot the 2021 Super Bowl, Rob. I didn't watch that one. I don't know what happened in that Super Bowl.
It never happened.
It never happened.
Let's just agree it never happened. But yeah, I mean, anytime that you can get a guy of Mike Evans' caliber, over 100 career touchdowns, flirting with 13,000 receiving yards, he's going to finish with over 1,000 career catches. Yeah, looks like also agreeing, saying that it never happened.
We found a common ground. The NFC Championship in 2021 never happened. There was never a certain fourth down the Packers should have gone for with their MVP quarterback.
Yep.
Don't give the ball back to Brady, throwing out the clock. None of that happened. Definitely did not happen at all. Charles says, hey, Kamen and Rob. What's up, Charles?
What's going on, Charles?
What's going on, Mr. Nelson? What's going on, everyone else in the chat, guys? What are we getting after? It looks like diamonds are moving right now. That is down to 6 to go. They canceled the one in 2021 because of COVID, right? Pretty sure. That's exactly right. It was COVID canceled, Rob. That's exactly what happened. We'll go with that. We'll wipe, all the postseason games from memory and replay. No Theismann story just yet, but there could be Theismann stories coming up. We got Joe Theismann in the college replicas, Joe Theismann in the practice squad, Joe Theismann in the jerseys. There's going to be some Joe Theismann opportunities tonight.
According to our own Stephen Ryan, it looks like we've gone nearly 10 days without a Joe Theismann story. So it's been a little bit. It's been a little, give or take, ballpark estimate. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
it's making me angry.
I was gonna say I could tell. Yeah,
I think the last Theismann story was still when you were here, Rob. I want to say it was one of your last training days. I think Wednesday morning maybe was the last Theismann story.
I've only seen the one. I've been a part of one Theismann story, and then I've had 2 moonings. You mooned me in the break room with a Warren Moon jersey, just to clarify for those at home. And then I had my own. Then I had my own mooning. I was able to moon everybody. It's I think it was one of my first days out of training, actually.
Okay, good.
I had hosting. So I was
what
in the
was the first box you pulled as a host? Do you remember? So not counting the training where you did a mock break with me.
You know what?
First one by yourself. Because it would have been what? Last Saturday?
Yeah, let me go back and verify that, because I'm gonna need to go back and see that for myself. So let me is me leading the research department tonight. Let me go back and verify that comment. So
all right. Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Give me a moment here.
Sounds like a plan. So let me know, guys, what you want to do here. Let me know what you guys would like to do here in the UA Live break room. I'm thinking right now, Rob, I'm thinking that Diamond Break is it. All authentic helmets, putting a feeler out there for any Cowboy fans for CeeDee Lamb? Any Buccaneer fans for Mike Evans? Any Falcon fans for Julio Jones? Ram fans for Marshall Faulk? Or Bronco fans for John Elway? Not to mention Giant fans, Tiki Barber, and Buccaneer fans, Rondé Barber. Actually, in the double box, you can get Rondé Barber and Mike Evans. So let Austin and I battle out for the diamond. Well, you guys could do this, Josh. Just a suggestion. Don't have to. No pressure at all because you guys are already doing it. But I will say this. We could do 4 spots for each of you. If you each buy 3 more spots each, mano a mano, 50% chance to win. And then it stays in the friendship group, right? Yeah, I'll say this. It stays in the family. Yeah. Don't have to be blood related to be familiar here. Stays in the family.
I mean, that's what we also try to create in this community is like a family here, man. So, I mean, on top of that, I'm sure, you know, for you, Mr. Cowlick, you and Austin, you know, I'm sure you guys have even more friends. So tell them to hop in even more and get this break spots down even further. But just to say, I did go back and check Jack Ham. A part of the steel curtain, so a Jack Ham jersey was my first pull that I had.
If I were breaking out, you would have gotten my corny joke because I always say, what's your favorite sandwich meat? Do you like turkey? I like some ham. Then I pull out Jack Ham, Rob. That's the corny line for the Jack Ham I have.
It's not even corny to me, Kamen. I mean, that's actually my favorite deli sandwich. You know what's funny? Now that you bring that up, I was actually, I made my own version of that. I was like, I said to Chinmay something along the lines of, well, it looks like I have my lunch spoken for today because it was a 9 a.m. poll, and it was like, it's a Jack Ham. I think it's in the recording, so I might have to go back after the show. Yeah, I have to go back and see that.
Look at the archives.
Yep.
Rob, at least you haven't been scared by a Robbie mooning yet, LMAO. Yeah, those are a little bit scarier. They're, you know, I do the very, very PG version of the moonings. Robbie's got his own definition, but I could respect it. You know, all clothes stay on, thank God. I'll say that. His version a little bit more, I would say PG-13. PG-13, mine is more of the PG version.
As long as we don't enter the rated R territory, I think there's not too much to be afraid of there. But yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Derek, Robbie scares me in a lot of other ways already. So it's
good dude, but yes, good dude. We love Robbie Lopez. He's good people. I'm going to refresh the break page. It's 7:33. I'm going to hit you guys with a top to bottom rundown of what we got going on in case you just tuned in. So everybody has no confusion of what some of the breaks are offered tonight. And there's a lot of really, really good breaks in the room right now. I'll get started with that practice squad double. We did a practice squad double earlier in the show, which puts us at just 11 boxes left in the practice. Actually, hold on. Am I reading the wrong series? Practice squad has, is that right? 7 boxes left in practice squad? I think it's supposed to say 17. Can you double check?
Yeah.
I think it's 17.
Yep.
17. So the one must have gotten erased. So actually it's going to be 15 left, Rob, in the practice squad. 15 boxes left, guys. That includes the Warren Moon Houston Oiler Authentic with that Hall of Fame 06 inscription. Lovely inscription for the 5-time Canadian League champion, multi-time MVP in Canada, Warren Moon. You can leave it at 17 if that's what it was before the double, Rob. And just make sure there's a 1 on there. So I think the 7 got faded.
I actually have 15.
Yeah, so with the double. But leave it at 17, and we'll erase it after the show. But so 15 left. Can you put a 1 on there, though? Because I think it looks like 7 to me. Am I colorblind? There we go. That looks better. So 15 boxes left. Warren Moon Authentic. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. If you take the Canada yards, NFL yards, top 6 all time in passing yards, maybe, just maybe, we find out what this mooning we're talking about is all about, the show. We have the Emmitt Smith slab card, the authentic auto rookie card, number 1 rusher in the history of football, Emmitt Smith, a record that may never get broken, part of football history on Emmitt. We still got the Chad Johnson Speed Flex with the Ocho Cinco inscription, one of the best Bengal receivers ever on the Salute to Service Speed Flex. Got Michael Vick and Joe Theismann, a pair of number 7 quarterbacks as secondary headliners in that practice squad. game day series. I believe we have 7 entries left for the bonus gift cards. That's the fantasy points with the multiplier, for example. So let's just say you get a 5-time multiplier and your fantasy scorer scored 10 points. You'll get yourself a $50 gift card here in the Game Day Authentics. Still got the C.D. Lamb Authentic, the Terry McLaurin Slate. Now, speaking of fantasy, 2 of the best receivers in the game. McLaurin last year, 2nd in receiving touchdowns. The number 1 fantasy guy for running backs right now, at least up there, has to be Jonathan Taylor, NFL leader in rushing yards right now. I've been working here for just over 4 years, Rob. I have never, ever seen that Colt Speed Flex before. With the Colts, the gold, the black visor, the 2-0 Colts, probably the biggest surprise in the NFL season so far. They have looked really good. And again, Daniel Jones, don't get me wrong, looks great. He's playing fantastic. The number 1 reason they're 2-0 is Jonathan Taylor. He makes any quarterback's job a lot easier. Awesome speed flex, a custom flex like that worth probably around $1,500. You can get it for just over $100 in this break, the Jonathan Taylor flex. We still got the TJ Watt Chrome. Where do you land on the chromes? Because I love chrome helmets. Those are my favorites.
I mean, when you have a multi-chrome like that, I mean,
two-tone.
Yeah, the 2-tone chrome. It depends on for me, the color scheme. When you get black and yellow like that, I'm a big Wiz Khalifa guy, Common. So
and Mizzou, right? Black and yellow, Mizzou as well.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
totally.
I mean, after I got absolutely obliterated by you and Shinmei for wearing my Kansas Jayhawks,
that was a
hoodie,
rough start.
That went right in the trash right afterwards. But yeah, no, it depends on the color scheme. Like for example, during my training week, we had a Bo Nix 2-tone chrome that was obviously the orange and blue of the Denver Broncos that looked very, very sweet. But that one looks very good as well. For me, my personal favorite that I'm a speed flex guy. Like for example, the Bruce Smith one that you have next to you, and depending on the color of the visor, that's been my forte so far. But yeah, those are very
of great
nice.
helmets. TJ Watt, the best defensive player in the game. So we had a Steeler fan tell us this: America's real team is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Cowboys are the most popular team. The Steelers and the Niners not far behind. You have no problem trading this lid. A lot of Steeler fans would love a TJ Watt, the best player on the active Steelers roster. Some more headliners, some number 1 receivers. Nico Collins, number 1 in Houston. Jackson Smith-Njigba, number 1 with the Seahawks. And Tyreek Hill, number 1 with the Dolphins. Look for a big Thursday night football game for Tyreek Hill. I think he's going to come out and dominate against the Bills this Thursday night. So a lot of great stuff in the Game Day series. Again, guys, the series includes 10 boxes that include fantasy players. If you win a helmet with the fantasy player indicator, then you will get a wheel spin to determine your point multiplier. At the end of week 2, you'll receive a gift card based on the amount of fantasy points your player scored and your multiplier. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 point multiplier on that gift card in this Game Day series. So what happens if no one buys in the diamonds? Well, first off, the diamond break's going to happen tonight, Josh. I would not worry if I were you. At 7:38, we'll be on to at least 9:30 in the next 2 hours. I can say with about 90% certainty that diamond break will happen. I caught my phone from dropping. Very, very impressive. But in the 20% chance the diamond break does not fill up the show, happens tomorrow at 9. If it doesn't happen tomorrow at 9, happens tomorrow at noon. All the spots carry over to the next show. We don't break them until it says sold out. But that diamond break should break. TJ Watt still available in the jerseys. $29 a spot. Got the Earl Campbell jersey as well. 2 Hall of Fame level players, Joe Theismann, Thurman Thomas, secondary headliners in the jerseys. This is the one we're sleeping on right now, the lottery series. The most expensive lids, the lids worth the most money, like this Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan and Lions, Rip Speed Flex, one of the best defensive players in the game, a top 5 pass rusher in football. He's still super young. His autograph value is only going to go up on Hutch, and he's a Michigan kid through and through. High school ball, college ball, pro ball, all in Michigan, Aiden Hutchinson. Speaking of Michigan area superstar, how about Calvin Johnson? Extremely rare autograph in the room. And even more rare than that is a Rip Speed Flex, Georgia Tech and Lions on that lid for Megatron. That right there, Rob, is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this lid could be worth $1,500. It could be worth $2,000 if you find the right buyer. Love rare autographs. Love rare helmets. That Megatron is stunning. Still looking for the beautiful Raven lid. Miami and Raven Rip Speed Flex. Ray Lewis, NFL's all-time tackle leader. Justin Herbert. Look at those wings for the Oregon Ducks. Fly, baby, fly.
Yep.
Justin Herbert rising in value. You know that Hot Take Wednesday segment we do? So one hot take I made, about 2 months ago was Josh Allen, top 10 quarterback ever. Another hot take I had going into the season that all of a sudden looks so much better. I said the Chargers will win a playoff game this year.
Wow.
And it looks like it.
Well, you know
They
what?
look good right now.
As of this morning, I told Dom this earlier after I made my little morning French toast for breakfast today. I was really feeling myself. Chargers to win the AFC.
Oh.
I booked it.
To make the Super Bowl?
Yeah, to make the Super Bowl, to win the AFC.
All right.
I know that.
That's a hot take right there.
I was going to say, you were up here to win a playoff game, and then now you're down here.
Right.
Because I know that means you're, I know that my homeboy means that he won't be able to make it. But
I'll say baby steps. Start with the playoff game.
Yeah.
I think Justin Herbert and Josh Allen, both of these guys to me are very much capable of winning a playoff game and winning a Super Bowl.
Of course.
We could have two Super Bowl winners. The Chargers and the Bills have never won a Super Bowl. Those two quarterbacks, two of the most expensive autographs in the game, could lead them to victory. Speaking of Chargers, Justin Herbert, the best current Charger. I love Kellen Winslow as a Mizzou guy. I love Dan Fouts. I love Phillip Rivers. I love Antonio Gates. The greatest Charger of all time, though, for me, has to be LaDainian Tomlinson. And that college helmet, TCU, that lid is sick. The Corn Frog lid, the Eclipse, that is one you got to have in your PC, Mr. LT. So Tomlinson, Hutchinson, Megatron, Herbert, Bo Jackson, Josh Allen, Ray Lewis. That is 7 photoed headliners, 6 of which are Speed Flexes. We still have 10 entries for the Mahomes Speed Flex. The lid on the table, this helmet, the Texas Tech and Chiefs Rip Speed Flex with the Mahomes logo. This thing is worth north of $3,000. If you win a replica helmet, you get yourself a gift card amount up to $350 and a 1 in 15 chance at Mahomes, which is the bonus helmet opened up at the end of the series. The best quarterback in the game, Patrick Mahomes.
So he's a guy that's already made a lot of history, right? Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to let you continue, obviously, to go through your rundown, just in a different sport, just because I do like breaking history a little bit. But
is it Messi? Messi scored.
Did he? There you go. That Argentinian blue right there is putting in some work. It is a team, though, that does wear the color blue, more teal. Seattle Mariners backstop Cal Raleigh, 2 home runs tonight. Not only did he tie Mickey Mantle for the most home runs ever by a switch hitter in a single season, he has now broken the record, number 56. For the backstop, the best offensive catcher in baseball. So
just wait till the 1 in 4. He'll be in the break room. We'll get him.
And
he might not even be a headliner, which is how good that 1 in 4 series is.
The big dumper.
The big dumper. A vault break. Speaking of record breakers, Kurt Warner on that beautiful Speed Flex. Here's a fun stat for you, Rob. I don't know if you know this one. You should know this one.
I hope so.
He's played with the Cardinals. Number 1 all time in playoff passing yards per game. The one and only Kurt Warner. Nobody has more playoff passing yards per game. Mahomes had it a couple years back. He kind of went down a little bit. Kurt Warner right now, more passing yards per game in playoff history than anybody. Beautiful Cardinal Rip Speed Flex. Actually, I guess it's a lunar flex, but very, very clean. Julio Jones. He was at one point number 1 all time in receiving yards per game. That record has kind of slipped with Jay Jettis taking it over, but the beautiful Julio Jones, Atlanta Falcons Speed Flex, very, very clean. We got Derrick Henry, who is the best running back of his generation, and then Travis Hunter on that slate. Awesome stuff in that vault. Lions-Ravens Monday night game next week. That's going to be a lot of fun because Derrick Henry, believe it or not, got stuffed against the Browns, which almost never happens to him. So I'm just saying, Derrick Henry, you might be looking forward to a big game. Now, we have Derrick Henry in the UA Fantasy League. We're 2-0. We'll show off the standings here in a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
So looking forward to a big week from Derrick Henry, no doubt, in fantasy. Awesome lid, the Camo Authentic, a must-have for a PC, King Derrick Henry. Then we do have the Tennessee Titans all-time leading rusher. Eddie George is the secondary headliner. We got 3 vault keys left, 8 and 13 chance at a vault key, a secondary headliner, or a photo headliner. Those vault keys include a $300 gift card still available, plus the replica helmet that comes with it. Now, let's talk about the Game Day Series in the Diamonds, which, along with the college, are the best breaks in the room. Game Day Authentics, C.D. Lamb, Terry McLaurin, 2 awesome wide receivers. I mentioned the Jonathan Taylor custom flex. That's unique. The TJ Watt Chrome Flex is unique. Awesome names left in the series. Come and get that Game Day. And how about those diamonds? These are all authentics. Every box is an authentic or better, Rob. We got a CD Lamb, a beautiful camo authentic. We got ourselves the very, very clean Julio Jones. Before I started working here, I didn't realize this, but the Falcon logo on that helmet, the decal, it's an F for the Falcons. I never thought about that till I started working here. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, funny enough, because we were talking about fun facts, and I kind of want to go back on the, I'm going to touch upon because he's reappeared here in the Diamond Series. He's all over the place. He's flying everywhere, and Kurt Warner. Talk about him in a second. But yeah, that's actually one of the first football facts that was ever told to me was that F.
Very cool.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. One of the more iconic, I would say, NFL logos.
100%. Marshall Faulk, also iconic. The greatest show on turf. The era-specific helmet. And then 2 custom lids in here. The John Elway Ghost Chrome with the orange face mask, orange visor. Very, very clean lid. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. That's a must-have. I always say you want to have the best player in each franchise's history. Well, the best Bronco ever, none other than John Elway. Beautiful lid right there. Mike Evans. You know, when it's all said and done, he might be the best Buck ever. I mean, we could argue Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, but offensively, Brady was there for 3 years. Mike Evans has been there through all of it. And speaking of, quarterback rooms, he's, had Brady as a quarterback, Mayfield, Jameis Winston, Johnny Manziel. Definitely a lot of fun cast of characters for Mr. Mike Evans on that custom flex. So only 17 boxes left in the Diamonds, guys. So odds of getting John Elway, Mike Evans getting better and better and better. And then for the folks that don't want to spend as much money, we're sleeping on the minis right now. We have done a couple of minis already this show. We are down to just 20 minis left. We have 10 headliners left. 50% chance at a headliner in the mini helmets. 50% chance, guys. That includes the Justin Herbert with that beautiful blue ink. One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, Justin Herbert. That is absolutely terrific right there on J Herbs. Very, very nice. Love that lid. Going to grow in value like crazy, Justin Herbert. Probably the biggest name in the series, but got some other good stuff. That Luke Kuechly is super clean for me. Carolina Panther superstar Luke Kuechly, one of the best linebackers of all time. Got an Anquan Bolden. I've never seen an Anquan Bolden Cardinal mini in the break room. That is so bold, if I do say so myself. Terrific wide receiver with the Cardinals and the Ravens. We do have the NFC West double up with Marshall Faulk in here. Marshall on that old school Ram mini helmet. We still got Rob Gronkowski. I'll be honest about the mini helmets. Usually Rob Gronkowski, Justin Herbert are too big of names for the minis. You would see them in the Diamonds, the College, the Vault, the Speed Flex breaks, the High Rollers. So getting a Rob Gronkowski and Justin Herbert in the mini helmets, those are extremely rare autographs in those series. And Rob Gronkowski, one of the most well-recognized names in sports. He is literally everywhere, Rob Gronkowski. Warren Moon, I always say everyone's got to have one retro Oiler helmet in their collection. None better than Warren Moon on that mini. And then a dual sign, Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, still available in those minis, guys. Come and get your spots. $52 a spot. You can get 2 minis. Those are automatic double box breaks. And then lastly, mystery box tab, authentic football helmets. This series is not open live on the air, but all the headliners out there, get yourself a guaranteed win, a Jerry Rice Speed Flex, a Josh Allen Speed Flex, a Randy Moss Speed Flex. There is tons of great stuff in here. The jerseys up as personals. We have the minis up as personals, NFL reps, college reps, all these headliners out there, except for the Tyreek Hill in the Transfer Portal College Series. So make those moves, guys. Get those break spots. Let's knock out the fun here in the room. Now, I'm looking at the break page, Rob, right now. It's a little bit open, but we also got some work here. 6 to go in the game day quad. We get that down to 4 to go, it's going to go quickly. 6 to go in the vault double. Get that down to 4 to go, it's going to go rather quickly. We got ourselves, 6 to go in the diamonds. Put it halfway there at 4 to go. That'll go quickly. The lottery is 7 to go. Get this down to like 5 or 6, it'll go quickly. So all the breaks that say 6 to go, as soon as we get it down to 4, the break will sell out rather quickly. I'll say that.
Yeah, and we just got some action in the practice squad series from Ken Stanton buying back in. So Ken, I know he was with us during the 3 p.m. hour. So Ken, welcome back in, my man. So
Ken won last night. He's been winning lately.
Very nice.
Ronnie needs some help. Ronnie's out there eating his chalupas in his hot tub right now on a Taco Tuesday, looking for the college single. Let's join Ronnie. You don't want a lonely Ronnie in Sulaco. When Ronnie gets lonely, things are not pretty. I'll leave it at that, Rob. You guys don't want to see a lonely Ronnie in Sulaco. That's something that nobody needs to see, no doubt about that. So get in those breaks.
Kind of jealous about the chalupa part, though. Not gonna lie, that sounds fantastic.
I love chalupas too. I do pizza on Tuesday. Those oddly enough, we do Pizza Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
So just the store bought one, the frozen pizza, but very very good on a Tuesday night.
What's the go-to? A little Tombstone, Jack's.
So we do the mustache one, and Dom knew what it was. I forget what it's called. Or DiGiorno's, or we do one from Trader Joe's, the kind of Italian pizza.
Nice.
So. A little too early to think about that, though. Still got some more boxes to break tonight. Not yet thinking about pizza. Please don't make me go eat pizza. I don't need to gain any more weight, Rob. Keep me here working. Keep me busy. Let's have some fun tonight.
Every pizza slice you're tempted to eat, I will gladly take it off your hands.
Oh.
Gladly.
I don't know. I'd rather they keep me from eating pizza by breaking boxes. You know, you don't even feel hungry when you're busy. When the shows are busy, you look up at the clock, you're like, oh my God, it's been 3 hours. Doesn't feel like it. So let's keep it rolling, guys.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we like to talk about pizza boxes, the one thing but difference between breaking a box in here and having a pizza box is that you can't potentially earn money back on a pizza box. You eat the pizza, it's gone forever. You can't get it back. If you open up a box here in the break room, you know, you can keep it for yourself forever if you want to, or resell it immediately, trade it to a friend or family member. The possibilities are endless, and that doesn't happen until you guys start to buy in.
Agreed. Definitely agree on that. No doubt about that. And the boxes will not divorce you unless you want to sell them or trade them for something you think is better. Box helmets, I've never heard of a Speed Flex divorcing anybody, at least not yet. If you guys have been divorced by your Speed Flex, please let us know. Please let us know if that's the case. I have never heard of it personally, Rob. A Speed Flex divorce.
You've never seen a Speed Flex attorney commercial before?
No, not yet. Not yet. That could be a thing for sure. What's up, Mario Contrucci? What's going on, brother? I know Ronnie and Sulaco looking for a college single. I'm shocked. You know, honestly, Rob, if the college is not moving with as good as the series is, we might not have college for a while. I'll get in that college break if you like college. I would definitely get in right now, guys, in that lottery college series. 17 boxes left in that series. 6 Speed Flexes left. Definitely worth attacking. Mario Contrucci, if you want to take a shot in the diamond lids. I know Mario's a Bronco fan. The greatest Bronco of all time, John Elway. He, by the way, is responsible for every single Bronco Super Bowl of all time, John Elway, right? Because he won 2 as the player, and he brought Peyton Manning over for that other ring. Without John Elway, the Denver Broncos are not a prominent organization. He's the guy that put them to prominence. That's the one Bronco autograph you want. and you specifically want to get a Speed Flex. I know there's minis, there's jerseys, there's slabs, but the Speed Flex is the one that is worth the most money, but also displays the best in your home, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I come over, I have an extremely modest collection, Rob, but none of my friends look at the jerseys, the minis, the slab cards. They look at the authentic helmets. Those are the eye catchers. You're a Bronco fan. This could be the centerpiece in your collection. John Elway, such an awesome Speed Flex, beautiful autograph, the Ghost Chrome, the great John Elway. And then also Mike Evans, if you're a Bucks fan, this thing also, it's Halloween's around the corner. I want to see this lit right here, Mike Evans tonight.
Damn, you sold right out from under me. I was gonna say not even that, but I was gonna say with the Elway too. You got the silver, the orange a little bit too. I was gonna say 'tis the season.
It is the season.
'Tis the season for Speed Flexes.
Right.
So I mean, also on top of that, I don't know. I mean, around in the Chicagoland area, the thermostat's actually gone the opposite way. We were starting to get into fall temperatures, but now we've gone back to summer-like feels. But the thermostat's eventually going to drop again. So I don't know when you start your holiday shopping, but if you guys want to get a little bit forward thinking,
December 18th.
it's December, the week of or the week before. You don't want to be like me. You don't want to be a December 23rd guy like myself. So I hear you on that. But for those that are very forward thinkers, like how you should be, the organized people of the world, prioritize this. Prioritize these Speed Flexes because, as Kamen just said, even though we're talking about the Elway here and the Diamonds, even in the college as well, we don't necessarily know how long we're going to go without college. Just getting the the flavor for the season as well. I mean, we're in the middle of the college football season too, so you want to strike while the iron's hot. So.
Yeah, the John Elway's pretty, says Mario. Worth a shot, $103 a spot. I'm feeling very, very generous right now, Rob. The generosity is oozing out of me. I think it's you bringing up the holiday season. I'm going to go ahead and offer up a secret chase wheel spin for the diamond break. If this diamond break sells out by 8:30 Central Time, that is 33 minutes. We knock out the final 6 spots in 33 minutes. You will have a 1 in 8 chance at the wheel spin and a 1 in 8 chance at winning this autographed helmet. Get some money back. The Ultimate Autograph Secret Menu offer for the Chase Wheel Spin if you folks would like that tonight. So it's 6 to go right now. We get this breakdown to 4 to go. If it's halfway there, the break will go. And if it's halfway there in the next 5 minutes, this break will go by 8:15 and this will be done. So get your spots. Secret Chase Wheel Spin, John Elway, Mike Evans, all authentic helmets. The diamonds are a very, very good break. And actually, I think a lot of these have resale value because I think Mike Evans, the best Buck of all time for me. John Elway, the best Bronco of all time. Julio Jones, for me, is the best Falcon of all time. And Marshall Faulk is the best Ram of all time. And then CeeDee Lamb, the best current Cowboy. If you're a fan of those teams, some of the first names you think of as a collector. Best headliner to box ratio right now, Eric? It's
a good question.
That's a great question. There's several that are close right now. So college has 8 headliners and 17 boxes, but all the non-headliners have entries for the Mahomes giveaway. The minis have 20 boxes left, 10 headliners right now. The jerseys are 4 and 9 chance. The practice squad, a little bit lower odds. I believe it's a 6 and 15. The game day is 9 and 21. 21 boxes left in game day. Actually, that may not be updated, Rob. That should be 7 headliners left in game day. But 7 and 21 chance in the game day. So right now, we're looking at the minis about a 50% chance and the college about a 50% chance. Those are our best ratios at headliners right now, Eric. I know Eric's thinking minis. I know he's always thinking minis. Minis are 7 to go. Only $52 a spot. Justin Herbert, Luke Kuechly, Aquan Bolden, Marshall Faulk, Rob Gronkowski, Warren Moon, and the Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams dual signed. Those mini helmets are pretty darn loaded, to say the least. So, diamond, someone just got in the diamond. Who just got in?
Well, we got some, I was going to say, we got some movement all across the board here. Ken Stanton once again getting back in, so bringing the diamonds down to 5. And then we have a first-timer Manuel Villafane. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, Manuel, so feel free to correct me. But he's getting in something all across the board. He's gotten into the single box break for the vault. He got in the double box break for the minis, double box break for the practice squad, and then he got himself in the Jersey series as well. So Manuel, putting his name in every hat, it seems like. Sprinkling.
Now, I see he's from the state of Georgia, which makes sense. He's in the Speed Flex spot for the vault, the Julio Jones. I also recommend getting in the diamonds, the Julio Jones Standard Falcon Authentic. That could also be yours, my man, Mr. Manuel. Let us know your team, how you heard about Ultimate Autographs, all the good details, my man. Which, by the way, is a smart move. Get in multiple breaks, experience different type of breaks, and find out what you like the best. Definitely respect the move here in the break room. Respect the move, Mr. Manuel. Very, very nice, brother. So diamonds, I think, are coming up. 5 to go in that diamond break. That secret wheel spin I offered runs out at 8:30 Central Time, Rob. So got to get in by 8:30. A diamond single, 5 spots to go. Single and ready to mingle that diamond series. Let's talk about the Cowboys. Got CeeDee Lamb in here. Dallas Cowboys. Very, very close game against the Eagles. Ironically enough, you could argue that the Cowboys, I think, played better in defeat than they did in victory. I would say the Eagle game was probably more impressive of a showing than narrowly beating the New York Football Giants. Dallas Cowboys, Atlanta Falcons, LA Rams, some headliners, John Elway Broncos, Mike Evans Bucks. So we got the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Broncos. I would say all 5 of those teams are playoff contenders, Rob. Who gets in the playoffs from those franchises? Cowboys, Bucks. Well, let's go one by one. Cowboys in or out of the playoffs?
Oh, out.
Out?
Definitely. Yeah.
I have them as my 8 seed, just missing. I had them in the wild card before the season started, before the Parsons trade. Because I love Dak. I love that offense. The defense, to me, definitely hurt with Mike. I have them on the outside looking in. Bucks, I have as my division winner because of how great Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield are. I have the Bucks in the playoffs.
I agree with you. They're my division winner as well. I've sung the praises of Baker Mayfield so far tonight on the show, and I will continue to do so.
And Mike Evans too, right? That peanut butter and jelly, or Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield. What's the better combo? I say Mayfield and Evans.
Mayfield and Evans,
right?
Yeah,
it's more consistent even. We got ourselves. How about the Falcons? Because we both got the Bucks winning the division. Atlanta Falcons with a dominant win over the Vikings. Do we think the Atlanta Falcons could maybe get a wild card spot then? Because both of us are not picking them in the division.
So 3 wild card spots, correct? Just
yes.
to make sure. So that's tough for me because that means I have Detroit getting a wild card spot. I have to have an NFC West team getting a wild card spot. I had the Rams winning the NFC West with my Cards getting that. So it's going to come down to, is it going to be the Niners or could it be the Falcons? That's going to be for the last playoff spot for me personally. So that's going to be a tough one. I'm going to do, because I love Shanahan. Shanahan always finds a way.
That's tough.
I'm going to have the Falcons out, but they'll be my 8th seed.
See, I originally had, so I have the Commanders getting a wild card, although hopefully Jaden Daniels is okay, because if he's not, that's going to change things.
Yep.
I actually had the Lions winning the division, which I'm going to still say they're going to do it. Green Bay gets a wild card. Vice versa, either Detroit or Green Bay gets the wild card in the division. I'm going to say the Commanders get in, and I originally had the Rams winning the division and Niners getting a wild card. Niners are banged up, though.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the Falcons with Michael Penix get in the playoffs this year. Wild card team, the ATL, baby. And then, of course, the Broncos. I had them as my preseason 8 seed, just missing the playoffs. Obviously, John Elway back in his days, they never missed the playoffs. Beautiful Ghost Chrome. I would probably put the Broncos on the outside looking in. I would put them as the 8th seed. But if they had John Elway as the quarterback in his prime, I would definitely put them as a playoff team. No doubt about that.
Well, they definitely got a lot of preseason hype, to say the least. Bo Nix last year, especially with the way he ended the season. My goodness, how can you not be excited? They were universally, I feel like, considered the top defense or one of the top defenses coming into the year. So far this way, it hasn't played out that way, but they have undeniable young talent all around. They have a Super Bowl winning head coach in Sean Payton that brings a culture and structure into the Mile High City. So they have Denver as a wild card team. The AFC West, I have the Chargers winning it as of right now. Honestly, they're my biggest overreaction team, the Chargers, just because they have looked so damn good and against very good, I wouldn't say very good, but against good competition. The Chiefs obviously being very good, the Raiders middle of the pack, but I have the Broncos getting in as a wild card.
Because of who? Justin Herbert, baby.
Yep.
We had 3 AFC West teams in the playoffs last year. Could happen again. I think the Chiefs will be just fine when it comes to the playoffs. I actually got the Chargers as the wild card still. I think it's gonna, by the time the season winds down, Kansas City plays, a lot easier teams than they've played right now. Obviously, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy come back. But the Chargers, I would say, squarely in the playoffs, whether wild card or whether it be division winner. For them, to be honest with you, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, it's all about the playoffs. I think they're very safe to get in. Can they win a playoff game? I say yes for the LA Chargers because of that dude right there on the awesome speed flex. We do have some action on that break page. Practice squad now down to 7. Jerseys down to 7. Vault single down to 7. Diamond single down to 4. Practice squad single down to 5. $51 a spot. Get yourself a Chad Johnson speed flex. That would be very cool with the Ocho Cinco inscription. I guess I do have a question for the chat. Because, we call ourselves the Break Room family here, Rob, right?
Oh, yeah.
We unite together around the break room to a common cause of awesome autograph memorabilia. So right now, the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as it always happens, 8 o'clock on a night show, 8 to 9 p.m. night show, Central Time is the busiest time of the night. I actually want to challenge the guys to order more early because that 8 to 9 hour, Rob, is usually the hot hour.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, we're getting orders into a bunch of different series. Let's pick one series together, knock out that break first. So I will recommend 3 right now, Rob, that are the closest to selling. I'm going to start with the Diamond Single, 4 to go. This is our closest break to selling out. Halfway there. So much good stuff in here. Every box is authentic. Box for box, probably the best series in the room when it comes to authentic football helmets. The college helmets might be a little bit better because there's more speed flexes, but our fan base here loves authentic football helmets. Box for box, the best ratio in the room. Now, I'll give an example, Rob. A lot of the best helmets, like the custom Elways, the custom Mike Evans that are still out there, those could be worth around $1,500. Could be worth even more to the right buyer, right? Over $1,000, close to $2,000 in value. Some of the best helmets are in that $1,000 to $2,000 range, right?
Yep.
Some of the worst helmets, though, are in that $400, $500 range. Some of the lesser helmets in the series, the non-headliners. So, for example, you can get yourself in the diamond helmets a lesser name, a filler hit worth, let's just say $400. $400. You just profited $300 on an order for the worst thing in the series. Whereas the jersey breaks $29 a spot, the best stuff is worth $200 to $300. So you only profit $200 in the jerseys for a headliner, whereas you profit $300 for a filler hit in the diamonds. So yes, if you play with multiple spots, you give yourself better odds to win. But if you're going to play with one spot in the break room, the best bang for your buck is always the authentic helmets. And there's no replica helmets. This is all authentic. I know we have the Lamb, the Evans, the Julio, the Falk, the Elway, the photoed headliners, but all the boxes in here are going to be rock solid in the diamond helmets. So that's one I recommend right off the bat. 4 spots to go. What's the magic number in the break room, Rob? You know it now.
3.
3. If the break is 3 or less to go, more than halfway there, the break happens pretty darn quickly here at UA. We knock out one more spot, this diamond break happens almost ASAP. And that, by the way, is the secret chase wheel spin, which we'll do if it closes by 8:30 Central Time. So that is option 1. Heavy hitters, more expensive break, but the best of the best in the diamonds. Option 2 for a break to tackle together. Practice squad. Only $51 a spot, but you can still get an authentic helmet. You can still get a Speedflex Chad Johnson on that salute to service. The Speedflex helmet alone, Rob, usually without the autograph, worth about $700, the helmet alone.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money there to be won for $51 if we get the Chad Johnson. Still got the Emmitt Smith and the Warren Moon. That break is 5 to go. We knock out a couple spots. This break will happen. And then mini helmets, 6 to go. I am very confident we knock out a mini as well. So Justin Herbert on that slate mini with that blue ink. Early season MVP favorite. Justin Herbert has been perfect this year. That could be yours for $52. $52 for Justin Herbert. Luke Kuechly on that Panther mini. Anquan Bolden, Marshall Faulk. You get the NFC West, you get both for $52. Rob Gronkowski on that slate. One of the best tight ends of all time. Let's get that Gronk in the room. Don't get that often in the mini helmets. That is awesome. Warren Moon in the mini still available. The Oiler. And not one, but 2 autographs. Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams. The more autographs, the more value on the items. So mini, diamond, and practice squad, I think, are 3 breaks I'm going to knock out right now, Rob. So I'm going to drop that diamond link in the chat. Diamond single. 4 spots to go. Here is that link, guys. And then I will drop in the link to the practice squad single. That is 5 to go. What's your favorite items in those series specifically, Rob? What do you want to see?
Yeah, I mean, all across, they're nothing but Hall of Famers, all pros littered throughout. But, you know, just going with the one that you got up currently, and we'll work our way backwards. But with the practice squad in particular, I love Chad Johnson. I grew up a big Chad Johnson guy. I was a big gamer kid growing up, and I had a fondness for using the Cincinnati Bengals primarily in the 2005 season. I believe that was Carson Palmer's rookie year.
Yes, sir.
In 2005. So him, Chad Johnson, TJ Huzmanzeta.
I call him TJ Who's Your Mama. That's what I call him.
No, it's Chad Johnson's one of my favorites. Definitely growing up for me to watch. Holds a soft spot in my heart. One of my football players. Going across the Diamond Series. The Diamond Series has certainly been one of the more popular ones since I've been starting here at Ultimate Autographs, and I can totally understand why. Out of the guys that we have available, though, you know that I wish that my man Kurt Warner was still in there. So now that he's gotten stolen from underneath me, I've said Mike.
Right.
I've said Mike Evans quite a bit. It's my favorite helmet in the entire series. But between that and the John Elway, those ones are hard to miss. But I think one of the most underrated ones that doesn't get as much love as it should is the St. Louis Rams lid in the Marshall Faulk.
Marshall.
There you go.
All
That's
right.
good. That's really good.
Pretty good.
Very good, actually. So, I mean, the greatest show on turf. I like how you get him and Kurt in the same box before Kurt got pulled, unfortunately. But, yeah, one of the greatest running backs of his time, one of the greatest running backs at his peak ever. And you can get that for just potentially $103 in the single box break.
Yeah, and that greatest show on turf, to me, I think is the best offense ever. I know the 07 Patriots hold a lot of records, but you look at that Rams offense, you put that team in the modern NFL with the modern rules, I would say unstoppable. And Marshall Faulk is a modern running back, right? I mean, a dual threat guy, one of 3 guys ever with 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season. That's what you want to get. Now, these are incredible helmets, and actually, Julio's a standard, but Faulk is an old school standard helmet. Lamb's a camo, and Mike Evans and John Elway are both custom. So there's a lot of unique things in the diamond helmets. You know, awesome helmets. I mean, I could watch this helmet spin all day and still be in love with it, the John Elway. Now, it's a stunning lid, the Ghost Chrome, the Mike Evans. Holy moly, that is sick, Rob. This could be yours for $103. Talk about $1,500, $2,000 for resale value. If I win one of these bad boys, I'm going centerpiece in the man cave, the she shed. I'm going centerpiece, no doubt. You know that term she shed for all the ladies? That's what we call the female Man cave.
Man
the she
cave.
shed.
The she shed. I
The
like
she
it.
shed.
I like it quite a bit.
Respect to the lady customers out there.
You know who else has his eye on that potential? I know that you just had the Mike Evans spinning right around in the John Elway. Mr. Eric Linnell, back-to-back single box break spots in the diamonds, knocking that bad boy down to 4. Or 3, I should say. We're down to that lucky number in 3, so that's getting a lot of progress. And Mr. Regular Ricky Johns hopping into the chat. Ricky, what's going on, my man? Buying in 3 spots into the practice squad single box break.
What's up, Ricky Johns? You mentioned Chad Johnson.
Yes,
he
sir.
always has a special place in my heart. That practice squad down to 2 to go, by the way. So Chad Johnson, yes, you might have heard me say this. I know fantasy football is a big deal. Speaking of which, real quick, let's look at the fantasy football standings right now. Look at the Pick'em League. I'm in 2nd place. Eric Linnell, by the way, 1st place.
There you go.
And Dom Pellegrini, 3rd place. So UA's got 2 of the top 3 spots right now. Weekly winner, by the way, this year for this week was Dom. So the customers got no gift card because Dom had the most picks, 1 point more than me for the weekly winners. But then back to fantasy, the Ultimate Autographs Fantasy League. We are currently 2-0, Rob, looking good. My first ever memory of fantasy football was back in 05 when Chad Johnson was the top receiver in the league. I had Chad Johnson in my fantasy team, and I won every single fantasy matchup. Every single game, undefeated season in fantasy, Rob. I thought I would do that every single year. Have not done it a single time since. My only undefeated season ever, it was Peyton Manning's 49 passing touchdown season in 05. I had Chad Johnson. I had Steve Smith, the 2 best receivers. I had Rudy Johnson, Tony Gonzalez. I did not lose a single fantasy game.
What kind of league was this? A one-man league?
No.
That's a pretty stacked roster you got
I think
yourself
I think it was either 6 or 8. It was a small league.
I was going to say, but still.
I think it was still really good. One of the crazy thing about Steve Smith is someone traded him to me. They offered me Steve Smith for Mark Clayton, who was a rookie at the time.
Wow.
And Mark Clayton was a bust, and Steve Smith was a Triple Crown winner. So that's why that Chad Johnson, to me, is a very special helmet because memories of my first fantasy team going undefeated.
I was going to say, it seems like you can remember like it was yesterday. So mine, it's funny that we reminisce from 2005 because my favorite football video game ever was ESPN 2K5 with Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Reaching out and like that whole roster, even you saying Rudy Johnson. And I think Corey Dillon was still with the Bengals before he ended up going to New England. So,
he was a beast.
So Corey Dillon was a monster before he got hurt. But yeah, that was really, really good memories. Ricky Johns. Saying, let's see. Ricky Johnson.
He wants to do that Chad Johnson salute. Let's do it, Ricky. She said, I wish, says Melanie. Hey, Melanie, get in the breaks. You get that she said going, Melanie. I definitely would recommend the more stuff you win. Also, Melanie, you can get a guaranteed win, for example. I know Melanie's a Bills gal. She buys the authentic football helmet mystery box, gets a Josh Allen Speed Flex. That could be an option. $644.99 guaranteed helmet coming your way. Or you buy all 8 spots in a break. That's the other way to guarantee yourself a W. By the way, that diamond break, Rob,
yes.
If this sells out by 8:30, they're in the secret chase wheel spin. If it does not sell out by 8:30, they're not in the secret chase wheel spin. So if you're thinking about getting in the diamonds, you might as well get in the next 12 minutes and get in that wheel spin, Rob. That's my recommendation. You might as well get in that list for that chase wheel spin. So practice squad and diamonds are coming up. 3 spots to go in the diamond single. And we are sold out in the practice squad. The mini break, which is why we make the recommendations, Rob. Minis down to 3. The practice squad, the minis, and the diamonds. All 3 of those breaks will get done in this show. Great job, guys, knocking those out. Appreciate you guys. The best customers in the business, Rob. No doubt about that. We got the best customers in the game here at UA.
No doubt about that. And Kamen, one thing that, not like I ever doubted you, my man, but one thing I will never doubt about Kamen Entchev is that, you know, when you go to school to try to study and understand weather, they are called meteorologists. Kamen has a PhD And he's a breakologist. He knows exactly what goes
you.
on. Yeah, he knows exactly what goes on. You even predicted the next 10 to 15 minutes we're going to start seeing movement in this, start to get down to that magic number, and it came true once again. So
I think part of that, not to toot my horn too much, is experience. I've been here for 4 years, Rob. Customers always change, but the tendencies tend to be very similar.
well, that's what qualifies you for a breakologist degree,
Right?
It's you got to be at Ultimate Autographs for 4 years. So I'm an under. I'm an under.
a good point.
I'm an undergrad right now.
right.
So I'm trying to get. I'm working my way up the ranks. So
Don't gain that Mizzou 22, as they say for the freshmen. It's called the Mizzou 22. Chris Spielman, I doubt would be in the room, Lions fan. To be honest with you, normally when it comes to Hall of Famers, we don't really get a lot of defensive guys in the room unless they're all-time greats, like Ray Lewis, NFL's all-time tackle leader. Lawrence Taylor, the best defensive player ever. In my experience, Derek,
the guy next to you,
the guy next to me, Bruce Smith, most sacks ever. The customers respond to offense in the break room. Chris Spielman's a Hall of Famer, a legend for the Lions, but he would not actually be good enough to make our break room. Usually, you only get to be in the break room if you're an offensive player or one of the top defensive players ever. Because offense is sexy, as they say here in the break room. Sexiness sells, Rob. I know it's not you and I, it's the offense, certainly. No doubt about that. So we have what coming up? The practice squad single? Is that what's coming up?
That is sold out. Yep. And then we are down to last time I checked, but we can also be sold out in. I believe it might be the diamonds, but I want to.
Okay.
I want to double check on that real quick. So we have one left in the single box break for the diamonds.
Can you get the practice squad ready first, and then we'll check those out?
I just got to change the color and the number for you. And you'll
Thank you, sir. Practice squad single. Drop me a box number, guys. We're gonna rock and roll here in our practice squad single. Single and ready to mingle in the practice squad.
Yes, sir.
Great job, guys.
That is updated for you, my good sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you, my man.
Changing that to 4. All right, that is good to go.
All right. So we got Kenneth Stanton, Bob Hoban, and Ricky Johns. Ricky's ready with 23. Oh, I know. Offense fills the seats and defense wins the games. But offense also fills the seats in the break room, too.
Yes, it does.
So we go off those categories here at UA as well. So practice squad will get box 23 off the board. 23 is coming up, the MJ number for the practice squad. Good luck, guys. I know Kenneth wanted the wheel, but Ricky was first with box 23. Appreciate you, Ricky, on that box call, brother. We got 12 clicks tonight. A lot of clicking for the breaks tonight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
23 for the practice squad.
23, the MJ box. MJ box.
So glad you said MJ, not the other guy that thinks he's the greatest of all time.
LeBron?
Who?
LeBron is pretty darn good. Both guys are pretty darn good at that basketball thing. So we have Kenneth Stanton in the NFC East, Bob Hoban in the AFC East, AFC West, and Ricky Johns. You've got the rest, brother. Box 23 out of 30 here in the practice squad. We're talking about practice, not the game. We're talking about practice here in the break room. Let's see here. Ooh, this gets a chance to be another fun story in the break room. It's not like a tradition like a Mooning or a Theismann. It's not quite that good, but it's still pretty darn cool. We got Bad Moon Rising. It is Andre Rison on the Atlanta Falcon jersey. This would be PSA certified. Over 10,000 career receiving yards. Multi-time Pro Bowler. Falcon legend. Packer Super Bowl champion. Ricky Johns in the NFC South. Congrats on the Andre Rison jersey. Woo. Have you heard the Andre Rison story with Left Eye?
No.
You haven't heard the Left Eye story?
This is also a first for me.
So I actually learned this by being in this break room. It is the ultimate story when it comes to news cycle. They say, right, the news cycle changes in 2 days. So Andre Rison was dating the late great Left Eye, the musician, right? So word on the street, according to Left Eye, her side of the story, is that Andre Rison did a no-no. What is the worst no-no a man can do? Bad man. Never do this to your girlfriend. Never, ever do it.
He made her pay the bill when they went out to eat?
No, worse than that.
Oh.
Worse than that, Rob.
Something worse than that?
Yes.
To my girlfriend, there's nothing worse than that. So I guess I have a lot to learn, but go
He
on.
cheated. He cheated, Rob.
On a test?
No, on the love of his life.
Apparently not the love of his life.
So she decided that if he cheated, he was going to burn his Nikes. She went to burn his Nikes. Now, when you start playing with fire, Rob, it's never a good idea. The intention was burn the Nikes. Instead, the whole house burned down. Andre Rison's house burned down. This was the #1 news story for about 24 to 48 hours. A few days later, the O.J. Simpson car chase. And everyone forgot the Andre Rison story. Now, our owner, Matt Salas, was brave enough to ask Andre Rison if that story was true.
Yeah.
Andre Rison denied it. He said she was jealous. I had a Nike deal. She didn't. And that's why she burned the Nikes. So it's a he said, she said story. So, moral of the story, never even suspect yourself cheating to your girlfriend, though, because the house might burn down, whether it happened or not, Rob. Worse than not paying a bill. Worse than not leaving a tip. You don't cheat. Don't do it. Don't be Andre Rison. Get your house burned down.
Yeah, my heart rate was rising throughout, no pun intended, throughout that story. Just
right,
just the thought of something like that happening. So mostly because I think my girlfriend is currently tuned in, so she's currently would be sharpening her knives over there at the thought of that even being a possibility.
Don't you do it?
Nope.
No, Rob's not doing it.
We don't approve of that inside or outside of the break room.
What's that text on your phone? Oh, no, that's someone texting you pictures of the speed flexes.
Pieces, yeah, of course. Yeah. There's nothing I like getting more than late night speed flex texts.
Honey, how those diamonds looking? Right.
Oh my God. So wait, so on your fantasy team that you had in 2005,
yes.
One of the, from what to me it sounds like the greatest fantasy team ever assembled. Who was your tight end?
Tony Gonzalez.
He hopped in.
Yes.
He joined, and not only did he hop in, he closed out the diamonds.
What's up, Tony G? Tony Gonzalez, a Falcon fan, former teammates with Julio Jones. Wouldn't that be perfect? Chief and Falcon great Tony Gonzalez.
Random thing, but also an actor in some cameos as well.
Yes.
Only I know this just because my girlfriend. One of our favorite shows is I was not planning on admitting this on air because it's kind of a mini soap, but One Tree Hill.
Okay, respect.
So, even though it is centered around basketball, to be fair, but
sure.
Yeah,
I don't judge.
He actually, towards the end of that show, he made a couple cameos in some episodes. So, yeah, big Tony G guy. Very, very. I don't want to say underrated for it, but Tony Gonzalez, man, was a beast, especially for your Chiefs, the Trent Green led Chiefs.
Icon.
Priest Holmes.
Yeah. Larry Johnson after that.
Yep.
Some good teams. So Tesla making some great catches, Lions fan. He's the on the UA fantasy team bench, by the way, Isaac Tesla. We got him ready just in case we need him. Salas was in OJ's Bronco. That is definitely confirmed, Ronnie. Matt Salas was riding shotgun in the Bronco. No doubt about that.
We got like a picture of it, like right here on our on our third monitor.
I hope Matt is listening. She burned his house down. Yeah, she did, Melanie. What's up, Tony Gonzalez? And then Rob's coffee definitely does not taste that way, Ronnie. Don't get ideas in your head. Is that even coffee? That's Gatorade or water? What do we got?
Yeah, it's water.
It's water.
It's
okay.
water. I have to tell you that it's water.
Okay.
And Matt and Jeff, I have to tell them that it's water.
I can't imagine what else it could be.
We have a
lemonade.
I don't see. I mean, I abide by the break room 10 commandments common, and I didn't see anything about a little fun time water being in here.
I thought it was implied. I thought it was implied. Diamond singles ready, you said?
Yeah.
Rob's getting that list ready.
I'm getting the list right now.
Diamond single, go ahead and drop me a box number. We do have the 10 commandments up there.
We do.
It's right below our thermostat here in the break room. 4 from Eric. Thank you, Eric. 4 works, brother. We're going to get box 4 off of our ticker here in the diamonds. We do have 4.
That was 7 or 8 common for the diamonds, the number for that.
Let me look real quick. Diamond single. This would be the 7th one.
Okay,
7th
so
one.
It is correct. It is all good to go.
That mini break, by the way, is 2 to go. We did knock this break out before 8:30. It sold out before 8:30. So I'm going to go ahead and take the names in this list and put them together in a chase wheel spin after we get done with this break. How does that sound, guys? Bonus gift card coming your way for jumping in this diamond single box break. Appreciate you guys. The best customers in the business here at UA. No doubt about that. Love our customers. They are the best of the best here, Rob.
So I'm going to pull a Babe Ruth out of my behind here.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to call my shot because I'm so tired of not seeing this helmet pulled out. I'm borderline agitated. This is Mike Evans in there.
Mike Evans?
Mike Evans is in that box.
All right. I'm going to go Julio Jones. Stay in the South. NFC South, Julio Jones.
So who are we blessing with some NFC South luck?
Well, let's find out. Only way to find out is by randomizing the boxes. Austin down to Tony, guys. Good luck in the Hail Mary Diamonds here. 12 times coming up for our spots. Good luck. Minis are on deck, guys. If you guys want to get that lottery done by 9 o'clock, you guys will be in the wheel spin. Otherwise, you will not be in the wheel spin.
We are down to 2 on minis.
All right. Show me the mini, baby. 12 clicks. We got Ricky Johns, the Viking fan, up there in the NFC North. Right below in the NFC South, we've got Tony Gonzalez. Could get his former teammate Julio Jones.
Yeah.
We got Eric, or better yet, that Mike Evans you want to see. Eric Linnell as the NFC East. Could be CD Lamb. Wayne Kerr, NFC West. Ken Stanton, AFC North. Joshua Cowick, AFC South. Eric Linnell in the AFC East. Then AFC West is Austin Heperla here, looking for the great John Elway. So good luck, guys. Diamonds are coming up. Looking forward to some awesome fun in the diamond single box. Box 4 called out by Eric. Good luck. 4 out of 30 in the Hail Mary Diamonds.
Give it to me, Mike. Give it to me.
It's calling for the Mike Evans. I picked Julio Jones. We have a terrific wide receiver coming up.
No, there's no way.
Terrific wide receiver.
I don't believe you.
One of the best of the last 10 years.
There's no way.
It's CD Lamb.
That works.
Close
that
enough.
Works.
We had receiver in our minds. NFC East, Eric Linnell. Box number Mojo. Called out box 4. NFL leader in catches a couple years ago, Rob. A Pro Bowler and All-Pro. In my opinion, 3rd best receiver in the NFL behind Jettas and Chase, Eric Linnell. CD Lamb, camo authentic. Attaboy, Eric.
Anytime that you can get a headliner like that, a headline player on America's team for $103, can't complain about that. So
Can't beat that.
So that now knocks us down to 4. Count them, 4 photo headliners and the Twins.
2 flexes left.
2 flexes.
Sweet, says Eric. Nice pull from the chat. Very nice pull indeed, brother. Hey, we were both warm. We went with, Pro Bowl, all-pro level receiver predictions.
We were right there.
And we were right there with CD Lamb. Very, very nice lid. 88 for the Cowboys. Drew Pearson, Des Bryant, obviously Michael Irvin, CD Lamb. It's an honor to wear that number. The current 88, the best receiver for the Cowboys right now, one of the best in the game, CD Lamb.
I hope everybody that tuned into that was on the edge of their seat as much as Kamen had me on the edge of mine. I was was ready for Mr.
thought I had
1000.
you.
I thought he was there.
I thought I had
But
you.
you know what? I could tell just by the size of the bag, just a little bit. I was like, I don't think a Speed Flex would be in there. Because, you know, in my couple hosting shifts now, I could tell those are, I call those juggernauts now, because that's what they're huge.
Yeah.
When I pull those bad boys out.
Well,
So
I can tell that you're new, Rob, because
I can
you know
tell.
when you brought the box over, then I felt it. I was like, I don't think that's heavy enough for a Speed Flex.
Yeah.
So you'll learn when you feel those Speed Flex boxes, but a little bit of extra juice on them. College single, says Ronnie. Let's do it, Ronnie. I definitely agree. A college single would be an awesome option. That is 7 spots to go. Tons of awesome Speed Flexes left in that college series.
Well, I could tell you one thing that's not going to be as heavy when I bring it over to you, and that's going to be the mini.
Minis are ready.
Minis are ready.
Mini double number 5, guys. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers for the minis. First come, first serve. Who's got those mini box numbers? Show me the minis here in the break room. We got Show Me the Money. We got Show Me the Mini here at UA.
Shout out to Ty and Den for closing that out.
Appreciate you, gentlemen. I know Rob's going to get that list ready, but in the meantime, if you are on that break, you are good to call out your box numbers. He says wheel times 2. Thank you, Den. It is 8:35 Central Time, Rob. We're going to at least 9:30. We are pretty open on that break page right now, so if you guys want to keep the party going, get those orders. Let's keep these breaks buzzing tonight. Don't stop till you get enough here in the break room. Wheel times 2 from Mr. Den.
You are good to go.
Thank you, sir. That's the No Huddle Mini number 6, looks like, right?
Almost 100% correct. We are on number 6. This is actually number 5.
Number 5.
So
Thank you, sir.
Let me correct that, and we'll be good to go.
By the way, Manuel, welcome to the break room. Well, wheel spin is already the college, Ronnie. That's already the college. So that's already the chase. The lottery is the college. So I'll go make sure and update that lottery college to make it more obvious. That is already the wheel spin. So that's already incentive enough because that is already the case, Ronnie and Sulaco. Oh, we do have the wheel spin for the diamond people. That is correct. Let's do that real quick before I forget. And then we'll do this mini break right after. Get you guys your gift cards here. So I'm going to spin the wheel for the folks in the diamonds. Hand out a gift card. And then actually, I guess you could probably still do it the old way. I knew I was forgetting something. There's a new way to hand out gift cards.
Yep,
but
correct.
You know how to do it?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I sent one out earlier to Jonathan Farrell, so it's a little different, but
well, more practice coming up here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 clicks. Top name is Wayne Kerr. Wayne Kerr. Oh, you know what? My bad. Yep, that is the right list. Yep, that is the right list for the diamonds. So Wayne, you are taking home a gift card anywhere from $1 to $100. Let us know, Wayne, what you would like. Whatever it lands on, Steve Kerr's brother, Wayne. Steve Kerr. That's Steve's brother.
yeah, has to be.
Right? So give him Wayne, give him a little bit of time here. Kerr's guy. Not what Jeff August is saying. It's definitely Steve Kerr's brother. Start him on 1. Start him on 1 here. Whatever this lands on, that's how much money he'll get. Unless he specifically requests a different number here, Rob. Now, that is up to him unless he specifically requests a different number here in the break room. All right, let's start it on 1, Wayne. Mr. Wayne, you are, Bruce Wayne, taking home a $57 gift card. $57 headed to Wayno. So I will go ahead and spin the wheel for 2 mini numbers called out by Den McKeon, who is in that mini break. So 2 minis coming up, guys, for our double box break. We'll start with 3 in the mini helmets. 3 is not available. 5 is the closest. So 5 for the minis. And then I will spin 1 more. Oh boy, it likes 5, huh, Rob? Landed on 4, which the closest one now is 6. So 5 and 6, Jay Cutler and Joe Flacco. 5 and 6. Let's get Cuddy with it. So we'll get you guys pulled up here. Manuel, Eric, Bob, Nicholas, Ty, and Dennis McKeon. Good luck, guys, for the No Huddle mini helmets. So 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 12 times for our spots. All right, we got ourselves Austin up top. Austin has the NFC North. Wayne has the NFC South. We got Tony Gonzalez. I'm Tony Gonzalez. Oh, you know what? This is the wrong list. I got to pull up the mini list. My bad, guys. Let me copy the right list, Rob. Got to make sure we got the right list here.
Oh, which one? Was that not for the minis?
No, your list is right.
Oh,
it just copied and pasted the diamond wheel spin list. So that's my bad.
Just to make sure, you said 59, correct?
Well, I can confirm right now. I can pull up the wheel
for
here.
the wheel.
57. 57.
Okay. This is why we verify.
Right? So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 clicks. So right list here, Bob Hoban has the NFC North and the NFC South. NFC East is the new guy, Manuel Villafane. Bob Hogan in the NFC West. Nicholas Beal has the AFC North. Dennis McKeon, AFC South. Ty Percival, AFC East. And Eric Linnell, lastly, in the AFC West. So can you get 5 and 6, Rob?
I can.
5 and 6 for the mini helmets. That break is coming up, guys. And those fresh minis are active. If you guys want to attack, the 6th mini double is active. And we're a little bit open right now on that break page. So definitely change that, guys. Get those break spots. Let's keep the party going here on a Tuesday night. Are you trying to guess again?
Yeah, I like to look at the board and just get an idea of where we're at. So, obviously, I want to see my boy. I want to see Mr. Bolden pop out of that thing. But I think we'll either get a Bolden or a Herbert, one of our guys.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Rob. Just because I want you to be in the break room, because you're not back until the noon show on Thursday. And, right, is that correct?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. on Thursday.
Yep, early bird special.
Are you filling in for someone?
No, just
okay.
It's 9 and noon, Thursday and Friday.
Did you switch with someone though?
No, it should be that should be mine.
I think it's 12 and 3.
I'll double check. It might be 12 and 3, but
it's 12 and 3.
I'll double check.
So unless you switch with someone, it should be 12 and 3.
12 and 3. You're right.
You're thinking of Saturday and Sunday.
12 and correct. 12 and 3.
So my point though, by Thursday at noon, now we're down to 18 boxes left.
Yeah.
This series might be gone by Thursday at noon. So this could be potentially your very last chance to see Anquan Bolden. Have you seen a Cardinal helmet live in a show?
Yeah, Patrick Peterson.
Oh.
I've seen a Pat Pete and the Moore.
Okay.
But I think that's it.
Well, maybe let's see an Anquan Bolden now for you. Oh, okay. Well, Bob is thinking to himself, NFC West, give me the Anquan Bolden, Bob. I got another good one for you. The Retro Ram Mini helmet. It's Marshall Faulk, the former 3-time league MVP, a 3-time offensive player of the year, one of 3 guys ever with 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season, a Super Bowl champion, a dual threat running back, one of the all-time greats, Bob Hoban. You got yourself the Marshall Faulk Mini. Okay, Bob. Pretty good, Rob. Pretty good.
Yeah, no, way to go, Bob. Very nice hit there. I mean, anytime you get yourself a legendary running back, you got to say yes. You got to take it with open arms. So, very, very nice grab there. And for only, what, $52 to get a...
$52.
To get a legend?
And you can still get the Anquan Bolden to boot.
Yep.
That is still a possibility here in this break. Let's see that. Herbert says Eric. Of course, he's got the AFC West hoping for Justin Herbert. Instead, we got Ty Percival taking home Cornelius Bennett on the Buffalo Bills mini. One spot tie. Very, very nice on Cornelius Bennett. The very, very clean Buffalo Bill mini helmet right there. Congratulations, Mr. Ty Percival. Bennett was a 5-time Pro Bowler. Terrific career with the Bills. Also played with the Falcons and the Colts. All Pro as well. 1990s All-Decade team. Terrific hit right there with the Cornelius Bennett. Nice hit. Ty says, Derek, nice indeed, brother, on your Bennett mini. All right. We'll get that one written up here, Rob, and keep the party going, guys. You keep those orders going. We will gladly keep the breaks going here in the break room. It's 8:45 Central Time. We're going until 9:30 at the least. That's our early sign-off point for the night shows. But it doesn't have to be 9:30, Rob. It could be 10. It could be 10:30. It could be 11. As long as you guys are ordering, we'll keep the breaks coming.
Keep it going.
No doubt about that. Now, practice squad, minis, and diamonds. The last 3 breaks that filled up. The 3 biggest reasons those breaks filled up. In the diamonds, Rob, we were actively hunting the John Elway Ghost Chrome. We were actively hunting the Mike Evans creamsicle helmet. This Ghost Chrome, beautiful orange visor, orange face mask. Such a breathtaking helmet. This Mike Evans creamsicle, the old school buck, that is very, very cool. Those 2 helmets, Rob, are still out there. The mini helmets, the biggest name we're chasing in the mini helmets, Justin Herbert. That name, still out there. The practice squad, 3 big names out there. We didn't pull a headliner. Chad Johnson Speedflex, Emmett Smith Slab, Warren Moon Authentic. So we did pull the Lamb Authentic. We did pull the Marshall Faulk Mini. But the biggest reasons guys were in the practice squad, the diamonds and the mini helmets, they're still there.
Yep.
All the biggest reasons, guys, are still there for you guys to attack. So run back the minis, run back the practice squad, run back the diamonds. The biggest reasons you guys were in those breaks do still remain. And I will give you guys a 14-minute call for the lottery series. If the college lottery fills up by 9 o'clock, we will keep the party going for a chase wheel spin. Otherwise, if not full by 9 o'clock, there will be no chase wheel spin, unfortunately, Rob. Which, I wouldn't want to see that. I would definitely love to see the chase wheel spin here.
Why would you guys not want to go back to college? Some people say it's the best time of their lives.
Uh-huh.
Unless you're, currently going through your college time, or if you want to go back in the time machine, I wish I could go back to my college days.
Where'd you go to college? I forget.
And take a trip. You forgot?
Yeah.
The amazing alma mater of IMS.
Oh, IMS, that's right.
I'm that guy.
Yes. I just didn't know if you went to school before that somewhere.
No, I was one of the people with an elite 1-month community college education. And I was like, you know what?
That's okay.
Well, I wanted to originally...
it's better than nothing.
I wanted a minor in journalism, but I just didn't want to wait until my second year to actually take legitimate courses that was translated into what I wanted to do for my career, so I was impatient. I know, shocking for an 18-year-old. So,
no,
and then I know,
you don't say.
I know, shocking, right? But yeah, and then I decided to transfer there, and started my illustrious 5-year broadcasting career, and thankfully it led me to here. So
all roads lead to Ultimate Autographs. That's what I say.
Yeah,
here's the Aiden Hutchinson Lions at Michigan Rip Speed Flex. One of the best defensive players in the game. Such a clean flex in that lottery series. Love the college. Some unique items. These are not only college helmets. They're NFL and college combined on the one lid, like this Aiden Hutchinson. We still got the Georgia Tech and Lions Rip Speed Flex Megatron. One of the best receivers of all time. I absolutely love Megatron. This is a name that I absolutely love. Definitely want to see Megatron here in the break room. You're pretty new here, Rob. You've seen Megatron. You're part of a sort of unique club here because Megatron, believe it or not, is not in the break room all that often. We don't get a lot of Megatron in the room. I definitely recommend taking advantage when you can see Megatron in the break room. That's a unique name, to say the least, here in the UA live break room. Come and get Calvin Johnson, Mr. Rob. I love Megatron. I say this, like, for me, Randy Moss is the most unstoppable receiver of all time. Calvin Johnson is a very, very close second when it comes to unstoppable human nature, receivers like Megatron, like Calvin Johnson. I say the best of the best here in the break room. With that beautiful blue ink, that Georgia Tech Speed Flex, definitely stunning. Ray Lewis, NFL's all-time tackle leader. The history of football, nobody has more tackles ever than Ray Lewis. Miami Hurricane, Raven, Rip Speed Flex. That's a lid that I definitely want to see. And here's the Justin Herbert. Herbert, I believe, through 2 games, I think he's leading the league in passing touchdowns. Let me look it up. I'll go to ESPN here, look it up, and confirm if that stat is in fact correct. Let's see. By the way, Russell Wilson and Daniel Jones, top 2 in passing yards in the league.
Just as we all expected.
Right? Justin Herbert is 3rd in passing touchdowns, or passing yards, excuse me. Herbert actually has 5 passing touchdowns. Lamar and Jared Goff has 6 each, because they had the advantage of playing the Bears in Jared Goff's case.
Yep, 5 out of those 6 going on the Bears' head.
But
5 touchdowns, 50 points.
Right, not too shabby. So do have Herbert still out there, the league MVP. Josh Allen on that Wyoming Speed Flex, still very much out there, guys, in the college lottery. Let's definitely attack that break. We have 6 Speed Flexes left in 17 boxes. Now, we have a lot of new customers in the break room. They're still learning their ways. The Speed Flex helmet, what the pros wear, is the most valuable helmet of the game. It's worth the most money. It's the best helmet, period. The Speed Flex, Rob. You cannot beat a Speed Flex.
Nope.
It is cream of the crop, the best of the best. $700 alone on value before you tack on autographs, before you tack on visors, inscriptions, custom designs, and the best ratios for a Speed Flex right now, the College Series. 17 boxes left. We have 6 Speed Flexes, which means there's better than a 1 in 3 chance at a Speed Flex. And these are not just any old Speed Flexes. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, 2 top 5 quarterbacks in the league for me. Bo Jackson, a top 5 dual sport athlete of all time. Ray Lewis, a top 5 defensive player ever. LaDainian Tomlinson, authentic, top 5 running back ever. And Aiden Hutchinson, Speed Flex, top 5 pass rusher in the NFL today. So lottery series, I would get in while you still can in that college break. That's an awesome, awesome break. Don't sleep on that one. Practice squad. I went over this earlier, go over it again. Emmitt Smith rookie card. 1990 draft, 1st round pick. After they got rid of Herschel Walker to the Dallas Cowboys, everybody thought Jerry Jones was crazy. Maybe Jerry's gone crazy over the years, but back in the early 90s, he knew what he was doing.
Yep.
Drafting Emmitt Smith in the 1st round. Went on to be the NFL's all-time leading rusher on that autographed rookie card. We do have the awesome Warren Moon authentic. Speaking of NFL drafts, one of, if not the best player ever to not get drafted, Warren Moon. He was a black quarterback out of college. Black quarterbacks, they said, were too dumb back in the day, which, by the way, is a very, very dumb stereotype. But Warren Moon paved the way for all the African-American quarterbacks today. The first black QB inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the great Warren Moon. Then Chad Johnson, salute the service Speed Flex. One of the most fun guys ever. One of the best receivers of my childhood. Not to mention Michael Vick, Joe Theismann. Plenty of good headliners left in that practice squad break. Game day break. 7 headliners in the final 21 boxes. Look at this Jonathan Taylor Speed Flex. I've been working here 4 years, Rob. I've never seen this helmet in the break room. The Colts with the black on there. NFL leading rusher this year, Jonathan Taylor. Guy's a beast. I mean, Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones. Jonathan Taylor has made his life so much easier. Love that JT Speed Flex with the black visor. I have Jonathan Taylor on my personal fantasy team. Without him this last week, I would not have won. He literally won me my fantasy matchup. I won by like 3 points, Rob. Thank goodness the Raiders offense took a nap because I was facing Genty. He went way under his points projected.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor won me my fantasy matchup week 2.
Is that the league that you're in with you and your wife?
Yes, fiance. Yes.
Fiance, not jumping the gun.
She's
but-
2-0, by the way. I'm 1-1. It was a must-win. You don't want to start 0-2.
Because I know you were telling me last week she dropped like a 190 burger.
She did a lot worse this week, but she still won. So she did okay.
That's a sign.
She won.
Might it be a potential league winner there?
Maybe. I think she's in second place right now.
So are you guys? So let's say that if the fantasy championship trophy ends up in your house, but it's in her possession, are you equally as happy for her? You could be honest.
Yes.
You still are. Okay.
Well, to
I
be honest
that.
with you, any league dues, which are actually not much, go towards our wedding fund. So if either one of us wins, I'm happy with it. I'll go with that, Rob.
I was going to say this is definitely an exception for a year for that. So it's good to see that you're not like a Kevin McAllister from the league.
No.
Him and his the last person he wanted to see win was his wife Jenny. For those that understand that reference. So.
I would feel worse if my college buddies won. I have the more sports rivalry with them because it's mostly my college buddies and her and I in the league. So I would feel worse if one of those guys won. I'll leave it at that. Jonathan Taylor, though, speed flex, going to win some fantasy leagues, going to win some football games. One of the best running backs in the game. Again, custom speed flex could be worth over $1,500. Get it for just over $100 in that single. I still got the TJ Watt Chrome, the two-tone Chrome. TJ Watt, when he retires, might finish top 5 all-time in sacks. One of the greatest players ever. I love TJ Watt on that Steelers speed flex. A game wrecker, a difference maker. He's the MVP for me of that Steelers team. One of the best defensive players in the league. Definitely an autograph I want to see in the break room tonight. I got the Nico Collins still out there. The Jay Ascent is still available. The Tyreek Hill still available. Tons of headliners, guys, in the game day. A lot of good stuff. And actually, the non-headliners in this series, they will most likely get yourself a fantasy player indicator, and you get a wheel spin to determine your point multiplier. So if you get one of those fantasy boxes, which let me get that from you here.
All yours.
So they know what I'm talking about. So we have this sheet of paper says our fantasy player for week 2 is Omarion Hampton. Spin the wheel for your multiplier. You get the amount of fantasy points you got times the multiplier. So for example, it's anywhere from 1 to 5. So let's just say you had Josh Allen as your player week 1. He got 40 fantasy points. You get a 5-time multiplier. It's a $200 gift card. So basically, it's either a headliner, secondary headliner, or if you don't get a headliner, most likely you get yourself a gift card opportunity in this series here with the multipliers. Still got ourselves the jerseys still out there. TJ Watt still available in the jerseys. Earl Campbell still available with only, I think, 8 boxes left now. We got the Joe Theismann and the Thurman Thomas. About a 50% chance at a headliner in those jerseys. Went over the lottery series, guys. It's loaded. The vault is loaded. Speaking of fantasy, Kurt Warner, one of the best fantasy quarterbacks ever. 2-time league MVP on that Cardinal speedflex. Excuse me.
Yep.
Cardinal just for you, Rob.
Just for me.
I think the boss man found out you're coming here, and he's sucking up to you, Matt, with all these Cardinal Kurt Warner speed flexes here in the UA Live break room. Awesome lid for one of the best players to ever put on a Cardinal uniform, the one and only, the great Kurt Warner here in the break room. We have the Julio Jones speed flex as well. This hydro sort of military style speed flex, one of the best receivers ever, Julio Jones. Not to mention Derrick Henry. I don't care if it's not a speed flex, it's Derrick Henry. One of the best backs ever. He'll be top 5 all time in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. King Henry on that camo. Very, very clean lid. Travis Hunter Slate. Get you a guy that can do both.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about cooking clean. I'm talking about play cornerback and wide receiver, Rob. He does them both, Travis Hunter.
Yeah, one of the best athletes. I mean, to be able to do that, I mean, he's got special lungs, man. He's got to have special lungs to be able to do that. And it's pretty interesting so far to see what Liam Coleman has done with him. Week 1, he got a lot more reps on offense. Week 2, he got a lot more reps on defense. So it seems like it might just be a fluctuating thing. Maybe it's a
opponent
even week out of week thing. But I think they're just trying to get him reps on both sides to say like, okay, like which which side of the ball do we feel him,
Is he more valuable?
is more valuable. Yeah. But the one thing I do know is that regardless of what side of the ball he plays, that helmet is only going to go up in value with each passing day.
Yes, beautiful slate authentic for Travis Hunter. Diamond helmets. Let's run this back, guys. These are all authentic helmets. We have, custom-wise, we have arguably the two coolest looking helmets in the series. I know there's a Josh Allen, a Barry Sanders we pulled name-wise, but look-wise, this John Elway Ghost Chrome, breathtaking.
Oh, yeah.
The orange Speed Flex with the visor, the face mask. I love the orange ink on there. The most iconic Bronco ever, the great John Elway. Now we have the Mike Evans, beautiful creamsicle. Never had less than 1,000 yards receiving. I've never seen a Buccaneer helmet I don't like. All the Bucs helmets are awesome. The custom Speed Flexes, of course, Rob, the best of the best, like this Mike Evans Flex. Still looking for Julio Jones, by the way. You're getting that diamond double, a custom Mike Evans Flex, and a Julio Jones 300 authentic worth north of $2,000 combined for just over $200 in that diamond double potentially, folks. So that's the Hail Mary Diamonds. We're still looking for a lot of stuff in the mini helmets. You know, big dogs attack the diamonds, the vault, the lottery. Let's not sleep on the mini helmets in this break room, right? Let's not sleep on these things. We're looking for the Herbert mini, looking for the Luke Kuechly, Anquan Bolden still out there on that flash. That's a new name in the break room. Rob Gronkowski on that slate. Love Gronk. He's everywhere. Yep. ARP, Papa John's. You know, every commercial, Rob Gronkowski is there. Warren Moon on the classic Oiler mini. Sam Laporta and Jameson Williams dual sign. You tack on the secondary headliners, Leroy Butler and Andre Reed. I think we have 18 boxes left, 9 headliners left in those minis. Mystery box tab, the authentic football helmet mystery box. And this is authentics, not replicas, just to clarify, guys. We'll get that graphic updated. But these are massive names.
Yep.
You get the mystery box personal. You can get a Speedflex Randy Moss. Jerry Rice, 2 best receivers ever. Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the league arguably right now. Calvin Johnson, Speedflex. Emmitt Smith. Hall of Famers galore in here. Jamar Chase, the best receiver in the game arguably. That's the authentic football helmet series. Now we have the mini helmets, the jerseys up as personals. The college series, every single college headliner is still left minus Tyreek Hill. My 2 favorites, actually, by the way, Vince Young and Johnny Manziel. I know they're not NFL stars, but at the college level, 2 of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Dynamic guys in Vince Young and Johnny Football.
Yeah, we've already got, normally I would have said Mike Vick, because Mike Vick was a staple of my childhood, but it's hard to believe that Mike Vick is going to be, if it looks anything like this Speed Flex that we pulled earlier in the Bruce Smith, that is just fantastic. But just looking back on that, though, there's some fire all across the board. That Thurman Thomas one right down towards the bottom is just phenomenal. The Cowboys inscription on this side, the black and orange, looks so good together. Anytime you can get a little bit of shamrock action from your man Joe Theismann, the Notre Dame legend, but I love me some Hines Ward, baby, go Dogs. And then Jamal Charles, one of the most recognizable Longhorns of all time, right there down towards the bottom right. So this transfer portal series, man. This has got some, I would say, some of the most creative logos that you could possibly see on this.
Which one do you like the best, Rob?
Out of the ones that I like the best, I'd probably, you know what? I'm actually gonna go with the one that I didn't name. I like Shady. I like Shady. It's simple, but it's sweet. I mostly because of the signature where the placement is right above that sweet spot, right above the pit. And then I just like Shady McCoy in general. Again, another running back who I loved to watch when I was younger.
How about the authentic helmets? What's your favorite one in here? Because these are personals. You guys can buy these. Guarantee yourself to win. Because I personally love that Randy Moss with the straight cash homie inscription. The purple visor, that helmet is sick. That helmet is absolutely sick. The 2 best receivers ever, Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, both on Speed Flexes in the all-authentic mystery box, potentially for you guys. So get those spots going, folks. It is 9:04 Central Time. We'll go till 9:30 at least. That is at least 26 more minutes to keep the night going. If you guys want to party, we're more than happy to do so. Otherwise, Rob and I will get set to hop off here at 9:30 p.m. Central Time here in the break room. Let's pick a break to knock out together if you guys would like. A lot of breaks right now are saying 7, 6, 8. As soon as these start to say 5, though, Rob, the breaks happen. So pick a break right now in the chat. Let us know what break you want to see happen. Whatever you guys want, we're more than happy to do. So those are some of the options. Taking a look at the UA Fantasy League for this week, Rob. We have a pretty big showdown. Couple of undefeated teams this week. Ward 2-0 in 4th place. Jonathan Farrow 2-0 in 3rd place. So far, just to clarify, Yahoo predicted us to lose both weeks. We should be 0-2 according to Yahoo, yet we are 2-0, Rob. So this week, once again, Yahoo is saying we're going to lose. It's a close one, 49% underdog. So we're supposed to get 117. The winner's supposed to get just under 119. So should be a fun week. I hate that we're facing Mike Evans in that Diamond Series. He's a beast. But I'm looking at this week, personally, Rob, I'm looking at 2 guys in our fantasy team that are going to be angry. That would be Derrick Henry. There's no world whatsoever that Derrick Henry gets only 16 fantasy points this week. We got that Derrick Henry authentic in the vault. After fumbling against the Bills, after being stopped against the Browns, this dude's going to be angry. Lot of issues in Miami right now. Lot of issues. Most importantly, Rob, they can't stop anybody.
Nope.
What does that mean? They're going to have to pass the ball a lot?
Yep.
Tyreek Hill, who, by the way, is a secondary headliner in the Game Day series, he's going to have a massive week. So Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill, 2 guys I would project to definitely overscore their points this week.
You got a lot of guys across the board. It's actually, the league should be pretty nervous. I think this is the week we put the customers on notice, Kamen. You can make a case for any one of these guys. Brian Thomas Jr., sadly, we know what's going on with him in the media. People think that he's seeing ghosts out there. I think that he's just going to be seeing
Sam Darnold.
He's going to be seeing nothing but touchdowns in the end zone this week. I think he has a bounce back week. Your boy Isaiah Pacheco, he hasn't fully recovered his I guess you could say spark out of the backfield, his electricity out of the backfield. I think
he'll get there.
I think he has a bounce back week this week. Garrett Wilson, his quarterback went into concussion protocol, so he had a down week, and we still found a way to get a dub. So all of our big name guys, really almost all of them had down weeks, which just makes me feel that much better that they're going to even out this week.
Plus, Dak plays the Bears, which is always a good sign anytime you play the Bears.
Potential 100-point total in that game.
He'll be definitely putting up numbers to who? CeeDee Lamb in the Game Day series. And we pulled CeeDee Lamb in the Diamonds. Got a CeeDee Lamb classic cowboy lid still in here. You're talking about fantasy football. This series, the Game Day series, is loaded with fantasy football superstars. Terry McLaurin last year, 2nd in receiving touchdowns in the league, one of the best wideouts in the game. Scary Terry McLaurin, get that slate. CeeDee Lamb, PPR leagues, Rob, led the league in catches a couple years back, CeeDee Lamb. He'll be getting a lot of looks for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys also can't stop anybody. So how are they going to win games? Outscore people. How are they going to do that? Throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. It's a pretty simple recipe in Dallas. I would not be shocked if CeeDee Lamb led the league in catches and yards this year, just because of necessity for the Dallas Cowboys and just how good he is, right? He's a beast. Jonathan Taylor, probably going to lead the league in rushing yards, leading it right now. And TJ Watt, probably going to lead the league in sacks this year. Some game records, guys, in the Game Day series. Expensive autographs, the best of the best in their position. TJ Watt, top 3 defensive player in the game. Jonathan Taylor, top 3 running back in the game. CeeDee Lamb, top 3 receiver in the game. All authentic helmets, by the way. This Game Day series, there's 0 replica helmets, Rob. Some of the best players in the game. So, CeeDee Lamb, too, by the way. That week 1 with those drops, he's very upset. The Bears, by the way, no Jalen Johnson out for the season.
For
the
the
number
year.
one corner. I mean, CeeDee Lamb fantasy owners are going to have a very, very happy Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, and plus the Bears are also missing another one of their best defensive backs in Kyler Gordon as well. So, the Bears secondary right now is pretty non-existent, but I mean, you could say that for both sides. But to say the least. And then, look, I'll also say for Javonte Williams, too. He's been phenomenal for the first 2 weeks for the Cowboys, but we all know that the offense runs through CeeDee Lamb.
Yes.
So, I would say you could probably bank on. I'm serious. I think he can. In terms of receptions, he can probably get 10 plus this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the type
PPR
of game,
leagues.
Yeah, PPR. I mean, I'd be shocked if CeeDee Lamb gets anything below 20 points this week. I would be stunned.
Yes.
In PPR formats.
I agree. I'm glad we're not playing him in fantasy. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not playing him. And if you take any bets, I don't know what the spread is on his catches, his yards, his touchdowns, but bet all of it, Rob. I bet all of it.
I will verify that for you, actually.
Right?
Now that we're talking about it.
I bet you it's like 6.5 catches, like 90 yards, and it's probably like minus 130 for a touchdown.
I'm very in tune with. I'll be very in tune with that game because of Roma Dunze being on my fantasy team. So.
The one bright spot for the Bears, Roma Dunze has been a godsend in Chicago.
And he was the one guy that I was like wide receiver 2. I'm like, is he ready for that?
He's wide receiver 1 right now in Chicago at the current moment.
And he's wide receiver 4 in fantasy.
Okay.
I have him and Jamar Chase. It's my running backs that are killing me.
Not bad.
I have I traded for Travion Henderson, then I have Bill Krosky, Merritt, and Kyron Williams. So that's a work in progress to say the least. But it's early. I got the second most points scored in my league, and I'm 1-1. So
you got to pick up this dude right here, Jonathan Taylor. You got to trade for him somehow. Trade for JT because
I have to sell my soul.
I'm telling you, without Jonathan Taylor this last week, my fantasy team gets rocked. I mean, let me pull it up the matchup in my personal league, not the UA league. I'm supposed to win finally.
That's an odd. So I'm looking Common really quick. I'm looking at this. This is shocking to me. This Dallas and Chicago game. This is
1.5 point spread.
1.5 point spread
for Dallas, right?
Well, for the Bears are favorites.
Bears are favorites?
The Bears are favorites. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're really banking on the home team, but yeah, I'm just going to try to look for CD really quick.
29.5 fantasy points for Jonathan Taylor this last week. I won my matchup, Rob, by about 5 points. So
needed every bit of it.
No doubt. The guy was an absolute beast. I actually had a really good week from my backfield. Bucky Irving had 18 points. James Cook at 26.5 points.
Yeah,
he was good too.
Yeah, I felt that one this week. Yeah, I got James Cook, Devon Achane, and Amon-Ra St. Brown all at the same time, and I still only lost by 5. I was down 21 going into the 2 Monday night games, and I had a Emeka Egbuka. Who scored?
He's a beast.
Oh, he's nasty. Yeah, he's going to be like Chris Godwin. I think even when he comes back off of IR, might be a thing of the past because Egbuka is so explosive, man.
Buckeye wide receivers are, guarantees. Speaking of Buckeye wide receivers,
they had a pretty good one in there.
They cleared out DK Metcalf in Seattle to make JSN the number 1 guy. No Metcalf, no Lockett. JSN number 1, and their offense looks pretty good.
And he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards right now.
Makes sense. Actually, I have this pulled up. NFL leaders in stats this year. A lot of these guys in the break room. We have Jonathan Taylor, running back, available in that game day series. Number 1 in the league in rushing yards. And you're right, JSN is number 2 in receiving yards. CeeDee Lamb, number 3, by the way. So 2 of the top 3 guys in receiving yards in that game day series. Let me get this ad out of here. Get out of here. Justin Herbert, number 3 in passing yards. Still available in the mini helmets and also the lottery. Russell Wilson making a lot of haters eat their words last week. No doubt about that. So
they do not have, surprisingly, I'm looking at a odds checker here across the board, and they do not have a CeeDee Lamb receptions prop yet, but they do have his yards common without
91, 90?
Less.
83.5. 83.5.
Yeah, if you want to get some, you want to get a little bit of juice. Yeah, set that bad boy to 100. Get that juice. If you set that to 100 right now, you'd probably get like plus
Is there
220.
an alt line on that? Right now, is it plus 220?
I wish I could check, maybe if I find it, but I'm
Okay.
just looking across the board here. But he's set at 83.5 across all books right now.
Looking at some NFL games this weekend coming up. I would say the Thursday night game is my 16-point confidence point game. Bills and Dolphins.
You know what's funny? I have yet to fill mine out, but you know what?
Do it.
I'm tired of looking up on the standings behind you and Dom, so I think I'm a couple points behind each one of you.
Yeah, we're tough.
Dom had a big week because of who did he? He took he had big points on Indy beating Denver, which really helped him out.
That's one of the few games I missed. So
Yeah.
Packers, Browns a no-brainer. Colts, Titans a no-brainer. Speaking of lines, Colts minus 3.5. Might be worth a look. Bengals, Vikings in a matchup of backup quarterbacks. So, definitely stay away from that game if you're betting. Talk about a low confidence game. Steelers, Patriots. That could go either way. Eagles, Rams. That'll be a good game. Matchup of two 2-0 teams. The Rams actually played the Eagles tougher than anybody in the playoffs last year.
Yep.
Although Philadelphia at home, definitely not betting against them. Commanders, Raiders, Bucks, Jets. Broncos, Chargers. Speaking of Justin Herbert, this might be worth the play, Rob. 2.5-point favorite, the Chargers at home. I got to figure they'll cover a 3-point spread. I guess we'll find out. And then, of course, Bears and Cowboys, a very intriguing game, the Fox football game. Tom Brady on the call for that one. Chiefs get back on track, I think, against the Giants. Definitely the game of the week, though, I would say, without question, has to be the Ravens and Lions, right?
Prime time for a reason, man.
So we
Prime
got
time
some
for a reason.
Ravens and Lions in the break room. Derrick Henry in the vault. I got the Megatron and the Aiden Hutchinson in that college break. Baltimore 4.5-point favorites. This is one where I'm looking at this game. First off, that total was so high, over 52.5, and I still think it's going to hit with those two offenses. I mean, that still might hit. Now, looking at possibly picking the Ravens to win, but if I were betting, which if my fiance is listening, I'm not going to be, I would bet the Lions to cover. How about that, Rob? That should be a fun game.
What was the what is it here?
52.5.
52.5 and 4.5. To me, Common, just because the point total is so high, what does that tell you? That they're expecting it to be a shootout. So if you expect Baltimore to win by more than a field goal on the spread, I would just take Detroit to cover. And that if you expect it to be a back and forth shootout,
sure,
I could see Baltimore, of course, winning at home, but by a field goal, I mean, you still cover comfortably by a 1.5.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be a fun game.
So I don't know if you're aware, but me and Shinmei have had since him and I started working together on Saturday mornings. That's how we start off our Saturday shows as well. Take 3 games to preview for the Sunday show, and then Saturday morning we'll do a recap. So I think I tied him up on the scoreboard. I was gonna go 3-0 this past week. And of course, my Arizona Cardinals let me down. They had a 20-3 lead, needed to cover by 7, and then they got
backdoor cover.
13-0 by Carolina in the fourth quarter, and Arizona won by 5, needed them to win by 7. However,
you didn't see the Villanova backdoor cover, did you?
No.
Against Penn State?
No.
Look it up online. Do yourself the
that
pleasure. Look it up.
Now, what I did have also from that week 2 NFL, I'll look it up right now. So I had the Rams covering 5.5 against Tennessee from this past week, and then I had New England plus 1.5 against against Miami.
That was definitely a shoo-in pick.
Yeah.
Let's do a rundown, guys. 9:18, a final rundown, top to bottom. Give you guys 12 minutes to keep the night going. Let us know what you want to break. Let us know what you're betting on this weekend. Let us know what you're doing this weekend. But more importantly, let us know what you want to break before we go tonight. So top to bottom rundown, 12 minutes, last call for orders. We are still loaded in the practice squad break, looking for the Warren Moon Authentic, the Emmitt Smith slap card, the Chad Johnson Salute to Service, Ocho Cinco Speed Flex, Michael Vick, Joe Theismann, secondary headliners, guys, in that awesome practice squad break. Game day series, still looking for secondary headliners, Nico Collins, Jay Ascend, Tyreek Hill, 3 number 1 receivers, photoed headliners. We got 5 number 1 receivers on a team in this series. CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin. Then we got, one of the best backs in the league, Jonathan Taylor, custom speed flex. And of course, TJ Watt, two-tone chrome speed flex. in my opinion, the best defensive player in the NFL. I got the TJ Watt jersey out there as well, guys. Not to mention Earl Campbell jersey, secondary headliners Joe Theismann and Thurman Thomas available in that jersey series. Lottery series still up. Still looking for 6 speed flexes. Ray Lewis, Josh Allen, Bo Jackson, Justin Herbert, Calvin Johnson, Aiden Hutchinson, plus a secondary headliner, Xavier Legette, not to mention LaDainian Tomlinson, photoed authentic headliner. That is 8 headliners and 17 boxes and 10 entries left for the Mahomes giveaway at the end of the series. Vault break, 6 to go. Looking for Derrick Henry, Travis Hunter, the Kurt Warner flex, and the Julio Jones speed flex. Not to mention secondary headliner Eddie George and 3 vault keys left as well. Diamond helmet still got the sick Ghost Chrome John Elway speed flex. Very, very clean. Not to mention this Mike Evans creamsicle style speed flex still available in that series. 7 to go in the lottery. Single as well, guys. Mini helmets, 8 to go in that double box break. Looking for Justin Herbert, Luke Kuechly, Anquan Bolden, Rob Gronkowski, Warren Moon, and that dual sign Sam Laporta and Mr. Williams as well. And then lastly, practice squad went over earlier, guys. Get those spots. We're looking at 9:20, 10 minutes left. Mystery box page. All of these names still out there in the authentic football helmet series. We have the jerseys, the minis. We have the college rep helmets. All the headliners still out there. Love the Vince Young. Love the Johnny Manziel. Everything available in that transfer portal, guys. Get your spots. 1 box to go in the first down reps. A secondary headliner, Thurman Thomas. Then we have the headliner package. 1 jersey, 1 mini, 1 rep, 1 authentic. $1934.99. You get all 4 items shipped to your house. So give me some spots you want to buy, guys. Best case scenario, the breaks get moving. We get going here late tonight. Worst case scenario, you kind of get your spots set up for the 9 a.m. show tomorrow, right? You knock out a couple spots, get some positive progress going for the 9 a.m. show, and you see those breaks early on, or maybe a late charge. We see some more breaks the rest of the way. Some of my favorite helmets left, best available in my opinion. Call it the Mel Kiper, the beautiful Aiden Hutchinson Lions and Michigan Rip Speed Flex. Michigan kid through and through. Heisman Trophy finalist, Mr. Aiden Hutchinson on defense. Heart and soul of that Lions defense. They definitely missed this dude last year. I'll be honest. Without him, that defense looked lost in that playoff game. Love the Aiden Hutchinson Speed Flex, which is stunning. Georgia Tech and Lions Rip Speed Flex. Megatron, super clean with that gold and black Speed Flex. The Justin Herbert with the Oregon Duck wings. And of course, the league MVP, Josh Allen. 4 of my favorite lids, all in that college lottery. Otherwise, my other 2 favorite helmets right now have to be in the diamonds. The Ghost Chrome John Elway, orange visor, orange face mask. That's an awesome, awesome helmet. One of the best quarterbacks of all time, John Elway. And of course, let's not forget the Mike Evans flex. Old, reliable, the best buck I've ever seen on offense. Again, had a big game last night on Monday Night Football. Mr. Mike Evans. Bucks, by the way, 2-0. 2-0 and looking pretty darn good. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are, no doubt about that. Come and get that beautiful, beautiful lid on Mike Evans. So, guys, we got 7 minutes. 7 minutes to keep the party going. Otherwise, we are hopping off here in the break room if nothing gets done here in the next 7 minutes. If you guys want to party, it's pretty much now, or basically you wait till tomorrow. Now, who wants to wait until the 9 a.m. show, though? I say get it done right now, ladies and gents. I definitely would not want to wait any longer here in the break room. That is my personal opinion. I would not be waiting around here in the break room. No doubt about that. I'll get those spots right now. And get those spots right now while you still can, ladies and gents. And get them while you still can. So, let's get it done. Rob, give him the rundown. Give him the last call. In the meantime, while we wait in case we get some movement the next 6 minutes, let's talk about hits of the show.
Oh, yeah.
For now. So this is probably my hit of the day. This was pulled in your 3 p.m. show. The beautiful Bruce Smith Speed Flex. The Patrick Mahomes still has not been hit. The bonus prize in the college. So for me, it's between Sam Laporta and CeeDee Lamb. Honorable mention, by the way, goes out to that Marshall Faulk mini. That thing was sick.
Yes, it was.
I'm going to go Laporta just because I love the Speed Flex, the Lions alternate. I love the silver ink. Then a close second, I'm going with CeeDee Lamb. What do you think, my man?
You know what? I'll toss my honorable mention out there first. I gave him a lot of hype when he got pulled, but the Jimmy Smith jersey.
Yeah.
So I don't really get to shout out too many jerseys in honor of me also wearing one. I figured that would be apropos, but
Your favorite fruit?
My favorite, yeah,
Strawberry.
I'm a big strawberry guy.
It's my favorite fruit too.
Yeah,
Although
really?
I've been in a pineapple kick lately, so it's kind of tough to say.
Dude,
But
talk about flavor that just hits like
yeah,
that.
you didn't wear your Duran Cherry jersey. You don't have one of those yet.
No.
Chief legend. We see in the break room as
do
a filler
not.
sometimes.
I'll probably go with CeeDee Lamb number 2. I respect the salute to service, and CeeDee Lamb is a player, but
camo actually.
Camo as
But
well.
Similar enough.
Camo, yeah.
We call this one the camo. The olive one's the salute to service. But military style helmet, regardless.
Military style for
Yes.
sure. And then my man, he's on my fantasy team, and he's also part of a very, very nice custom speed flex there. I mean, that's very nice. I mean, the silver autograph, the just the color blue right there just really pops out. What color blue would you say that is?
That's hard. It's kind of like a different shade of blue. Ronnie, by the way, got his spot in the diamond single. Good job, Ronnie and Sulaco. Obviously, if we get a late charge, we'll keep going, but otherwise, 4 more minutes. But Ronnie's been around, Rob, whether it's tonight or tomorrow at 9, 12, 3, or 6. That break will definitely happen for Mr. Insalurkin in Sulaco. I don't know what this color would be called. It's a little bit different than the Cubby blue. It's a little bit different feel to it. It's nice though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's nice.
I'm literally trying to think of every adjective in my head that I've ever used to describe the word blue. It's a dark blue, but it's a very nice blue. It's my favorite kind of blue, and that's the reason why I'm going with that. So,
How about beautiful? How does that sound?
beautiful blue.
Does that make sense? Beautiful blue,
Beautiful
alliteration
blue.
and everything.
Yeah, flows together so smoothly.
What
But-
happened to the White Sox tonight, Rob? They're down. Oh, they're coming back. Actually, it was 8-2 earlier. I checked. It's 8-5 now.
Oh my god.
But they're still not looking great.
No, that's been basically most of their season. But you know what? Our whole goal is to not hit that triple-digit loss mark. So sadly for my franchise, that is looked at as an accomplishment.
My favorite White Sox is batting right now.
Oh, please tell me it's not Benintendi.
Yes, it is. Benny Bombs, baby.
We might have to get off air sooner if we don't. so I don't say anything that's gonna get me canned. But Lenine Sosa drove into up to 70 RBIs now.
So my first job out of college was a weekend sports anchor in Jonesboro, Arkansas at the ABC affiliate.
I see where this is going.
And we didn't cover Razorback baseball in person. It was the other side of the state, but we ran highlights because it's the state school. So he was the best college player, and we call it Benny Bombs. He was incredible. 5'2" player.
Yeah.
Awesome player.
No, I mean, look, I will give you respect because that is a very valid reason for you to like Benintendi. But he's the highest paid player in my team's history, and let's just say he's not lived up to that as much. But in the second half, he has been hitting some bombs, to say the least. So he's picked it up. But I mean, when he bursted onto the scene with Boston, won a World Series with them in 2018, he was a part of the Triple Bs in that outfield. Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts, MVP that year, and then Andrew Benintendi. And then it's
one
just
not quite as good.
yeah.
Let me get your final thoughts on the show tonight. Any final thoughts you want to add? Any final thoughts at all before we hop off for the night, Rob?
Obviously, anytime I get to work with you, Kamen, it's always a pleasure. But we got pretty hot there towards the middle of the show, which was really fun to be a part of. So, but overall, it was just a really, really fun show for the most part. I was blessed to see a lot of speed flexes and authentics today. So hoping to get back in the chair Thursday afternoon and pick up the momentum. What about you?
Yeah, keep them coming. Definitely a lot of fun. Great job, Rob.
Thank you.
Technically, your first night show producing, technically.
Out of training, yeah.
It wasn't as busy as most night shows, but it'll get busier. They'll make you work harder next Tuesday. I definitely believe that. Our customers never fail to amaze me. Great job, Rob. Thank you so much for co-hosting, producing. Great job to the customers, guys. You guys are the absolute best. You make the show possible. You make the show awesome. Without you guys, this break room is not what it is. I appreciate you guys all the time. We're live every single day. Get those break spots on ultimateautographs.com. Watch the show every single day, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Time on the Ultimate Autographs YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook channels. Have a great night, guys, and we will see you tomorrow.